4 of them bitches. The only reason we died was because we ran out of ammo fighting fucking always back to back. Like we'd be fighting a team and then a team and then a team and then a team, and they just keep fucking showing up, and we're like, hey, we're out of ammo. We just killed fucking 15 of you assholes.
All right, guys, we are live. Welcome in, everyone, to the Nerding Out podcast, where we go over one anime, one game, and one pondering topic, deep dive style. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, playing the intro video. Yeah, we can hear you. All of them. All
I'll say it
right,
in the
welcome
first clip.
back, everybody. So first and foremost, we'll get into the introductions. So, let's see. Plug your socials. Announce any announcements that you're working on or about to post or something or have. And give a little description of yourself and who is your favorite Dandadan character. Let's see. I am SquallRush, gaming addict, anime nerd, Dragon Ball Z fanatic, all that good stuff. Let's see. I got a Linktree /SquallRush. Thanks to Stuff Central, who gave me the inspiration to make one of those because I thought only OF models had those beforehand. Let's see, and then I got the backup Linktree for all my backup accounts, so please check those out. And let's see, announcements. I did just post a video today. It's a how to make a YouTube short video with CapCut, so check that out if you want to make your video all nice and clean and vibrant looking. You're gonna need CapCut for that, so make sure you download that. Let's see. Other than that, no other announcements. My favorite Dan character would probably have to be the grandma, the smoking grandma. She's pretty badass. All right, from my point of view, it looks like Hunter, Chewie, Seven Ninja, then Ghost Hunter.
What's up, everybody? I'm Secret Code Sauce. I'm the most handsome man on this fucking podcast. TikTok at Hunter on Tick. You can find me in your mom's bed. You can find me. Anyway, my favorite Dandadan character. Y'all are about to freak out. This is gonna be like a world first, but I also like the grandma the most. She's the most badass bitch in the fucking show by far. And she's hot as fuck. And I can't like Momo that much because she's still in high school. So.
Fair point. Right. Plug your socials. Any announcements?
I do have an announcement. I want to give 3 quick shout outs. One to one of my favorite content creators, SquallRush. You can find him on Rumble at his name. You can also find another one of my favorite content creators, Seven Ninja 7, and that is his name on all platforms.
Pretty cool guy.
Then also a third shout out, free my boy Luigi. Get that man out of there. He's innocent.
Luigi.
If you know, you know, bro.
And I know.
I don't know.
We all know. If you grew up poor, you fucking know.
Free the guys.
All right, Chewie.
Stuff Central, go for it.
Hi, y'all. I'm Stuff Central. I have OnlyFans Linktree. So go ahead and check out Linktree/Stuff Central, and it's got all my shit on it. Mainly do gaming. I do a little bit of One Piece, this and that here and there. Just got this new wheel, so check out the Assetto Corsa No Hezi content coming up. Cutting it up on the 110 freeway in California. And my favorite Dandadan character was about to be Grandma, but everybody said Grandma, so I gotta change it. I think I'm gonna have to say
Hey, man,
the Turbo Granny in the cat form, just because she's funny as fuck, man. She legit made me laugh out loud, and which that's something about Dandadan is fucking that shit actually made me laugh out loud a few times. So yeah,
peak anime. Dude, the cat Turbo Granny is a good pick too. She's fucking great comedic relief.
Yeah, she's awesome.
So when you get the clutch,
clutch is back ordered. So clutch should be here mid-January, and then on that mid-January check, I'll probably buy the whole rig too. Because right now my whole camera is shaking when I play.
I'll be able to see you do a 5-minute drift only. All right, I'm ready for it.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. And that what did I say? Corkscrew, which you got to land backwards. I don't know how you go do that, but you'll figure it out.
And he also told me to freestyle, but that's locked behind the paywall. So.
All right, so it's your boy 7into7. You can find me at Rumble, Game Joel, and MeWe. It should lead you right back to my Rumble channel. I do have an Instagram. Should just be 7into7 or 7into7i. Anyway, and I only post AI images there. Regardless, favorite character has to be Okaroon. I just loved seeing his progression from weak nerd, kind of. I mean, he was kind of fast when he was dealing with Turbo Granny, but like he's fast. He's built himself up. He's actually, especially when we get closer to the end of Dandadan season 1, you start to see that like how strong he is without the power, and so I can only see him getting better from there. So Okaroon's got to be my favorite.
Yeah, no, and great pick, and not just that, but we see personal growth. He starts competing with that other dude, like he's starting to man up. You know what I'm saying?
That
pink hair dude,
Hunter.
Blaine, if you say the pink hair dude, you're not my brother no more.
What else you gotta say?
Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but okay.
Now you have to say it.
Because he weird as fuck. Yeah, no, I got to. All this pressure is crazy. Anyways, I'm Blaine. Secret Cold Sauce, aka Hunter's awesome, way cooler, younger brother. You can find me on. I was just. Oh shit! You find me on Instagram at Blaine37
like that when he was here.
BLAYNE37. I gotta say, I'm with the Ninja on the favorite Dandadan character. He's cool, and I fucked with his transformation.
Bro.
Why? Because his transformation's lazy as fuck.
Maybe. He's nonchalant, bro.
All right. That's everyone's introductions. All their links are in the description below on Rumble. I didn't have enough time to put them on the YouTube one. Sorry about that. But without further ado, let's get into the anime segment. All right, welcome back, everyone. So, today we'll be talking about a very popular anime. It's a hit. You guys can probably guess what it was by the intro question. Dandadan. Let's see. Dandadan. So, this is a pretty hot anime out and about right now. I know on previous Nerding Out podcasts, we've had some people in the live chat asking, like, are you guys going to do a Dandadan episode? And I've seen a bunch of stuff online where it shows, like, top anime episodes, like for the week. And usually Dandadan's usually at the top. And Dragon Ball Daima is like 3rd, 4th, or 5th or something like that. Not saying anything wrong with that. It just means Dandadan's really fucking fire right now. And since it ended, I thought what better time to start a Dandadan Nerding Out episode than after the season finale. So let's go around in a circle. Let's give like our first initial thoughts on the show. Why you liked it, why or why not. Anything you want to add to it. Since Hunter started off first last time, Blaine, you will start first this time.
Honestly, I started it because it was new and I needed something new to watch. That sums it really. I did not expect it to be like as comedic as it is with the whole missing his wiener and testes. I pray that never happens to any of us. So if a girl ever dares y'all to go in some weird ass tunnel, don't fucking do it. That's all I gotta say.
You tripping.
Well, I thought it was good. Fuck you, bro. I thought it was good.
I'm taking that chance. My dick has gotten me in enough trouble.
The last episode, though, I don't know what to do. It left me on a big cliffhanger. I was pissed off.
I felt robbed.
I did feel robbed. I thought it was, I thought it was cool, like the acrobatic Silky, how she ended up getting her powers. That was kind of lit. Turbo Granny, she is like a very big comedy relief character in this. Like she gives zero fucks about anything, and I loves that. She's like if Hunter wasn't Hunter in a little bit.
You said I couldn't hear you over the loud sound of me punching you in the face.
If Hunter wasn't Hunter and as what's it called into the Punani.
What is this, round 55?
Around 55. I don't know, man. Just like whenever it happens, just write it down in the books as like the first Great Ninja War or some shit.
Yeah.
All right. So Ninja, take
That's
it
really
away.
that's really it for me.
Okay. So, talking about that first episode, literally, if them going in, like, 'cause they both go into their separate areas to figure out like who's the like which side's real, and it's like they found out both sides are real, but then like they literally hit us with like Turbo Granny's like I'll let you suck my TD if you suck your balls or whatever, take your balls or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? She just said that? Okay. And then like we go to like the aliens and they're like, we want the banana, and I'm like, hold on, what do you mean? This happened? So then like I was like, okay, they already hit me with something kind of like it reminds me of how like Goblin Slayer hits me with like the worst possible thing that could possibly happen in an anime in the first episode. So like now I'm prepared for this happening later on, and you know we have some moments. The first guys show up again, but like you know when the first episode I was like, what the hell? what did I find? But that caught my instinct more than anything because I realized in that immediate moment this is not your average everyday anime, because they're willing to go a little bit wackier or more crazier, more raunchy. And then for the last episode, I like you said, bro, the cliffhanger makes me feel robbed. I wanted to see. I mean, I was gonna watch the next episode anyway, but now I'm like, bro, everything's going down at once. And we're not going to see that for possibly a couple of months. Might even be a year. Who knows? So, but yeah, go further than that later.
All right. Stuff Central, take it away.
I have 3 things I'm gonna say about it. 1, the motherfucking intro, dude. That shit goes hard. It makes me want to get ignorant, that's for sure. The colors, they be you know, then it goes into the singing, like, oh, that shit. I be saying words in Japanese, I don't even know what they mean. I'm not saying them right, bro. I was just singing them in the shower, and so yeah, that intro goes really hard. I mess with it a lot. I don't think I've ever been vibing off an intro that hard before. And then my second point, the Acrobatic Silky episode 7 or whatever. Yeah, just watch that episode. That was a good ass episode. That's all I gotta say about that. And then something that it made me go like, what the heck? This show is different. Was when the spoilers here, but not that big of a spoiler. When the soccer player guy from the past showed up, and Okaroon was like, oh, like, is this her man or whatever? And that was the cliffhanger of that episode. Not the like a fight scene that we gotta wait until next episode to see. It was the rom-com side of things that had me like, I need to see episode 8. And then, I'm not really into those kind of, I like the fighting animes and shit. So when that happened, and I was like, is that her new man? Like, I was all, girly about it and shit. So because of that, I was like, dude, this anime got me worried about all kinds of crazy shit. So then that's what I knew. I was like, this is the truth. This is the truth for sure. So
Nice. All right, Hunter, take it away.
Yeah. First of all, 10 out of 10 peak anime. One of the biggest things that made me like Dandadan was the fact that they took their time and they perfected their craft. They didn't half-ass anything. Not in the animation department, not in the writing, the fucking voice acting. Everything is peak. It's all done. It's all creative. It's all original. There's no, like, you're not... It's not like Jujutsu Kaisen where you're watching it going, this is just Naruto. Like, this is a fucking awesome anime. It's honestly better than Goku. Like, completely better. Yeah, it's PIQUE anime. Some of the things that, like, I know that I'm different on, like what Chewy was just saying about how, like, he loved Okaroon's character and he's like rooting for Okaroon. I'm not. Like, that dude needs to man up. I'm not sitting here rooting for you when you're just sitting there going, oh, I'm nervous and I can't do things because I'm nervous. No, like, fucking put your muscles on. Like, I guess it's awesome that he lost his nuts because, like, he never had them in the first place. So, like, as we see him fighting for his nuts back, we also see him progressing and becoming more of a man. And I love to see that. But as far as, like, okay, the cliffhanger that Stuff Central was just talking about, I remember seeing that going, all right, this is nice. We got, like, a cool guy coming in. He's gonna be a badass. And boy, was I wrong. That dude's fucking weird. But like, to be perfectly honest, I look more forward to seeing the granny than anything, because they always just they're doing a good job. Momo does a really good job at figuring shit out and doing sly, clever shit. She gets that from her amazing grandma. But all in all, the show is great. The writing is awesome. I'm really pissed off at the last episode. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to see what goes down in that hot tub, but, like, I'm pissed. I want to jump into the verse and go find that hot tub and save her, But it's fucking it's a fucking awesome anime. I 100% recommend it to, like, anyone.
Cool. For me, it's like a solid 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 as well. Cause, like, when I like anime, like, I look at it as, like, will the fighting animation be awesome or not? And, like, the fighting animation never missed a single episode in that anime. Like, when I think of, like, animes, like, I'm thinking, like, swords, superpowers, and stuff like that, like fighting, martial arts. Before, like, the first episode aired, like, Seven Ninja brought it up that this is an anime about aliens and and Ghosts. And I was like, that sounds not really so much up my alley. But you know, like as the popularity came about and hit, and I was like, all right, I gotta check it out now. So, and I checked it out, and I'm not disappointed. Like ghost powers and alien powers, they're kind of lit when it's put into like this kind of context. Like, you know, like the fighting scenes, like they got powerful enemies in Turbo Granny, and they got like when they got entrapped in episode 2 at their own house because they forgot to put the seal back on. Like they put them in some really cool, tough situations to get out of that kept my interest the whole episode. Like, oh shit, what the fuck? What are they gonna do to get out of this here? You know, it was really cool to see all this type of stuff. And you know, like the comedy was pretty good in that show too. It's like it's pretty rare that like something will make you laugh in an anime. I don't really go for the comedy, but like when it is there and it makes you laugh, it's like a nice little bonus in there.
Yeah.
Like would you guys watch it on? Did you guys watch it on sub or dubbed?
But you already know where I watched it at.
Yeah.
You know, it's subbed all day. What are you talking about, bro? Come on.
You fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
I speak
dub.
English. Okay, I'm not bilingual, so I watched it in dub like a normal person.
Uh-huh.
What about you, Stuff?
Amateur.
Sub. I hit the sub on this one, which
Oh.
usually I'll do dub, but yeah.
So I accidentally, when I watched it on Crunchyroll for the first time, it was automatically on dub. And usually when I watch something for the first episode, like I'll stick with that version throughout the whole series. So I think there was like one part in like dub that it had like a notch above over in like the sub version and in the like humor factor. It was like whenever like they called each other bitch, like the girls called each other bitch. That shit was so funny. Do you know what I'm talking about, right, Hunter? They really put like anger and like offensiveness when they said bitch. Oh, like, oh, you bitch or something like that. They put some extra emphasis into it. It was hilarious.
Yeah, the voice acting is peak, and the dialogue itself, you know, like the fact that they're cursing at each other and shit like that, it feels real. It feels authentic. And then you were also like fighting aliens and ghosts at the same time. So it's like it's a perfect blend of it's just perfect all the way.
And it was always the girls that got called bitches, like Turbo Granny calling like Momo a bitch. It's like, oh, you bitch or something like that. It was so fucking funny.
I'm gonna have to watch that in dub now. That sounds funny.
Yeah, somebody needs to call Okarun a bitch. Like,
They
he
never
knows
called the
that.
guys a bitch. Oh yeah.
What actually started, what made me watch it was the Turbo Granny's Luffy's voice actor. So when I heard that Luffy's voice actor was asking about the nuts and gobbling dongs and shit, I was like, I gotta watch this, bro. I gotta see this shit.
That's funny that you bring up Luffy and nuts and dongs in the same thing, because I had been rewatching the arc where he goes to Boa Hancock's place. There's a scene where like they take off all his clothes and they show him from behind, and like he ain't got no fucking nuts. Like Luffy must have the smallest fucking package. There's nothing hanging.
But that shit stretches.
Like
though.
every part of him can stretch, but he ain't got no fucking dick. Like,
He's a grower, not a shower, you know.
Yeah. Speaking on the rom-com thing though, it wasn't the usual like everyone's got some misunderstandings. It was strictly like, and you actually got to see it build. It wasn't just like, oh, this guy's just dense. No, this dude doesn't think highly of himself because he had reasons for that, and now he's like slowly becoming and understanding like what's going on with himself. And so there, Momo says, bro, literally, I'm your friend. This is, I care about you, yada yada yada. You need to understand this. And he's slowly coming to that. But over time, Momo's like, wait a minute, am I catching feelings? And she is. So it like she's catching feelings, and Okarun's got confident enough to be able to say to himself, I like this one. It's not just friends, I actually like this one. And so we're seeing like both sides come together in a way where it wasn't just a one-sided love or something that just happened out of nowhere, I guess. So I'm really a big fan of that.
I completely agree. I also love the, like, once again, how well written it was, because like you can tell that the writers of this show definitely had social lives. Like they understand how people actually act in real life and how people actually feel in certain situations. Uh most of the time in anime we'll see shit that is, you're just sitting there going, why the fuck would you do that? And like as far as social interactions, and it's, I mean, it's fucking aggravating seeing those stupid social decisions being made. But in Dandadan, we see like that is what that character would do, like in real life. Another thing that I really like is Momo's friends. Momo Ayasake, I think her name is.
Oh Lord, he butchered it again.
Her friends. Squall shook his head, yeah, when I said it. But
That's Ayase.
Ayasake. That's,
Oh Lord.
it's but no,
He's gonna kill
her
it.
friends, like the way they be egging her on, like they're, oh, he's your boyfriend, and but like I fucking, it's so fucking hilarious. Like I got two little sisters. I've seen shit like that happen all the time. But like I love watching Momo. Like she's not forcing herself to do anything. Like she's not playing on Okarun's feelings or none of that. She's just like her amazing granny. She's always keeping it 100. Also, dude, before I forget this, one of the coolest fucking scenes in that show when they was running from like Turbo Granny and they kept on, like their plan was falling apart, and then she fucking grabbed onto the train and fucking took, dude, I fucking jumped out of my seat when I saw, I was like, yeah, fucking right.
Like, I mean, when she's literally having to actually master her skills in that moment. We're talking about there's no reason to believe she could grapple onto any of this stuff, and out of nowhere she just says, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hook on this what was it, an antenna or something, and fling herself over to that train, bro. And then Okarun still locked in, able to keep it up. What did he have? Like, he only had 2 of them, and then like he had like a last dash in him. He was pretty much out of it right then and there. The train comes by, and it looks like they're about to die. And the train comes by, and they're like barely safe. But still, Turbo Granny's not it. She says, "Listen, I'm still gonna get you. Hop on the train." And you find out that Santa Ayase is at the very edge of the city limits. She's got these little sticker she's got that we saw in I think it's episode 3 with the sumo, and just goes through. They're burning alive, bro. It was, I love that whole setup because it's like, I think I said this before, in the previous episodes, previous podcast we did. Dandadan will always bring up something that we learned in a previous episode in a future episode. So those stickers, we learned about that. We learned about the grandma. We learned about her hands thing. I don't think we could clearly say that we thought she would be able to just grapple onto stuff like that, but we learned that she could, well, grab things. And we're seeing her be on the fly, and so it was great to see every episode after the first bring up old things that we heard into a new light.
Right, and they do a really good job of like bringing it up right when you forgot about it. Like it's no longer fresh in your mind and shit like that, because they give you so much shit like new, like this is going on now, and now this is going on now, and like you have all this other shit on your mind, and then it ties back, and it's always done really great. Also, to add on what you was talking about, it really shows the contrast perfectly between Momo and the glasses dude's character. What's his name?
Okarun?
Yeah, Okarun. So he whereas Momo Asukaye, she's willing to take risks. She will gamble. Like she will think she might be able to do something and try it. Versus Momo, he has to be pushed to that point. But I also love where they don't overdo it. Like most animes, when they have a bitch like Gohan, he they really gotta push him further than the corner. They gotta push him through the fucking walls that make the corner for a lot of these bitch characters in anime to start stepping up. Momo, it doesn't take a lot of convincing. Like, and I really love that. I don't like watching somebody sit there and go, I can't, I'm crying, I'm a bitch. Like, yeah, I get it, you're a bitch. Get the fuck out of this anime. Move over for the cool characters, because you aggravating me. I don't have to worry about that with this anime. Everything is peak. Everything is going perfect. I love it.
Well, I will say, like, a lot of animes nowadays, it's like your main character, the main guy character, is usually one of two options. He's usually the weak, average, wimpy kind who kind of grows into like a man, or he's like, what's his name? The main pink haired dude from Jujutsu Kaisen, Goku. Like, you know, the simple, let's do it. I'm gonna just keep going, moving forward type. You know, so like. It's always going to be one of those two options from now on. What's up?
I got his name. I'm thinking of Sukuna now.
Itadori or something like that.
Yeah, dude, Jujutsu Kaisen. His name is Naruto.
Yeah. Anyways, so let's say I got another question for the panel. What's your guys' favorite non-fighting moment in Dandadan? Because like. There was like a lot of good moments there. For me, there was like one moment I can think of in particular, when what's her name? Iroh was first introduced, was flirting with Okarun and bragging to her friends about it. Afterwards, like guys like always like fall in love with me. It's so easy. And then like Momo overhears this, goes over and like drops the pan on her head, and then goes over to Okarun. And like grabs him by the arm. Oh, is that new jacket, Okarun? You looking nice. Girls should be falling for you instead of guys falling for them. And then like looks over at her all angrily. I thought that moment was really fucking cool, in my opinion.
Don't forget the earlier part of that where she's like realizing how much of a jerk she's being to Okarun, and so she comes back and says, you know, I'm just gonna try to fix what I've done. And then she hears this, it sticks up for him right then and there. Like. Character development, everything right there.
Yeah,
I also love that like somehow Iroh could see the hands and stuff like that. But I'll start it off, I guess. My favorite moment has to be a classic anime trope, but we actually got to see it explained, and she was willing to actually hear it out. I'm talking about Momo when she sees Iroh over, or what was it? Okarun was over Iroh, or one of the two, and we get to see like. You know, we find out what happens beforehand, but then we see that this turns into an actual problem, and then we see that after this happens, I know I'm skipping into like further into when that fight happens, but when we get to like this green oozy like area, we get to see that Momo and Okarun are gonna have that conversation. Yeah, they're in the middle of battle, and things are going on, and Iroh's lost in nowhere, like Korean cold sauces area right now, and we get to see, like, he's like, Momo, listen, I don't want you to misunderstand me. If there's a misunderstanding, let me know. I don't want to leave this up to chance. And like, she understands it. She gets it. In that moment, he's like, oh wait, no, this isn't what I thought. You know, usually the anime trope, they just go with it, whatever. There's this Suzandre tribe, but she's like, no, this guy does not lie to me. He would not have done that to me. There's no way he would have. So I loved seeing that transform, I guess.
Oh, Stuff Central. Favorite non-fighting moment.
Well, I had a quick question for Cold Sauce before we go. Why are you green, man? You look like you're about to steal Squall's banana. Look like a Dandadan alien over there.
Oh, so it's my turn now? Okay.
Oh, no.
My favorite.
That's funny. But the after the fight when they're eating, all of those are great character building, super funny. And I think the last one, they were like scrapping over all the food, and it was like Turbo Granny fighting regular or Momo or somebody, and regular Granny slapping the shit out of it. Yeah, all those after fight, like where they're eating and building relationships.
Oh, I know what you're
Food look
talking
good,
about.
Yeah, those are all fire as fuck, funny as hell, and leads into the next exposition of wherever their new adventures and all that.
Like you talking about like when I think one of my favorite ones was when like Ira and first joined after eating after a fight, and then her and Momo are just talking shit to each other while eating. You can barely hear what they're saying.
Yeah, that shit was awesome.
I love that she actively took a bite just to do it. It wasn't just out and about. She actively took a bite before she did it.
Yeah.
I think it's cold sauce.
So my favorite non-fighting moment was after he got his nut back, the way that they put it back in.
Oh, bro.
They set up like a baseball and everything. Cause look, I'm like in my head canon, I'm sitting there going, they fucking didn't have to do it like that. They just fucking with this kid at this point, and it was so fucking awesome. Like it was hilarious. But another moment that I like remember a lot, like when this question comes up, is whenever Momo was telling her friends, like, sometimes you just have to exploit adults with money. And then later the grandma like makes her do, and she's like, why are you making me do this? She's like, well, because I don't like the fact that you're exploiting me for my money. I love that because it exposes one of the things that I see all the fucking time in anime that aggravates the shit out of me, where motherfuckers will be talking to each other and they don't want the person right fucking there to hear them. But instead of whispering like this, they fucking hollering at each other, saying the shit. And then this motherfucker's not supposed to be able to hear that shit. It's aggravating, dog. It fucking pisses me off.
I love that Turbo Granny's almost like a second grandma now.
Oh yeah.
It's just, I almost like, because from what I understand, in the end, Okurun's supposed to be giving her power back, but like I almost feel as though she's not going to ever really get it back, or if she does, she doesn't really leave.
Yeah, she seems more like an integral part of the main cast now. Because let's say he gets his second nut back, and they completed the deal, and he has to give his powers back. Like how is he gonna help from here on out with like Momo having psychic powers and Ira has her ghost powers with acrobatic something.
Acrobatic Silky and Ira.
Yeah, so them two have like permanent powers, but Okurun just has temporary powers. Like I feel like there's gonna be some missing void there. How is he gonna keep it?
I think
I've
what's
thought
probably
about
gonna
that.
happen.
Thank you. I think he'd be fucking stupid to actually like give it back. Like you already have one of your nuts back. Like I would suggest making a necklace with the other nut, so like it's always on you. You know what I'm saying? That was how I thought it was good. Some kind of thing like that, because to give it back, like you got powers now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I thought.
I'm wondering, so this is the impression I got. I'm thinking like there might be some kind of remnants left over. Like once let's say he gives the power back to Turbo Granny, I feel like in some form of way that energy or the power itself stays on him. Now maybe not as strong as it was before, but I get the impression that that might be what happens, or like they all lose their power some random amount. I think that might be what happens. But then again, the yokais and the aliens are not going to stop coming just because they lost their powers. So I don't think he'll ever truly. He might gain his ball back, but I don't think he'll ever really be able to truly give it back. At the end of the day, the grandma Santa Ayase could just be lying at the end of the day, right? So we'll see, I guess.
I think it's now that I think about it, like you know, like it's part of the story for him to get it back. So I think a big thing is gonna be like when Momo like actually falls in love with him and it's like, I want to be your girlfriend or some shit like that. And it's gonna like she's gonna explain to him like I like you for you, like these powers don't mean nothing to me. And then he's gonna have the like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make him okay with losing the powers.
Yeah.
Stuff. Any predictions?
Any predictions?
Yeah, on, like him losing his powers or keeping it.
I feel like ISA is finessing, and she's just saying about, you know, if we get the nuts back, we'll give you your power. Like, nah, I think he's gonna keep it. Turbo Granny's suspect still. She's out here stealing dongs and shit. So, yeah, I think he'll stay with him. And then like y'all said, you know, aliens and yokai are gonna still keep showing up. So, and then, you know, for the screenwriting, you know, you got to keep the fights going on, and then you can lead into more arcs if he does keep his powers. So yeah, I think he'll keep him.
Yeah, very good point.
Okarin's actually very
Put his nut on
integral.
the necklace.
Okarin's actually very integral to Ayasu's fighting. Everything that she does always includes him. So like, if he's not there, if either one of them's not there, they both die. We've already clearly saw that when we saw the Green Ooze episode. If they're both not there, like they can probably get together in some shape or form, like they did in that episode. But if they don't get together, they will probably die. That's been very clear ever since. So he is a very integral to Momo all the time.
Thanks. Yeah, it's like he's DPS and she's support. You know.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
You know what? Another prediction I'm gonna make right now: the pink-haired dude and the pink-haired chick are gonna wind up together.
I could see it 100%. They're weird enough for it. They're weird enough for it.
Ira. They talking about Ira and
what's the
Holy
name?
shit.
Actually, I'm gonna add to my prediction. They're gonna get together and they're gonna wind up fighting Momo and Otaru because they like the pink-haired chick. She thinks she was like chosen by a god, and I'm over here like I never chose you for anything. I don't know what she's talking about. And and so she's like on a mission to get to beat up Momo. Like, wait, Momo's the girl, right?
Yeah.
Almost the brown-haired girl. Ira's
Yeah.
the pink-haired girl.
Right. So Momo and the pink-haired chick, they're gonna wind up fighting. Momo's gonna kick her fucking ass, and then like Okaru and the other guy, the dude with the pink hair, who doesn't have a name. I don't know why they never gave him a name, but they're gonna wind up fighting. I think that's gonna be a big moment for autonomous Ultra Instinct because
What are you talking about? Oh no.
Say autonomous.
yeah, they're already having like little clashes, and it's both like about Momo, which is, I mean, she's a girl worth fighting for. Don't get me wrong.
So that kind of, I got a question now. If you're finished, Sauce.
Yeah, go ahead.
The pink haired guy, does he have powers? Do we think he's gonna get powers? Is he already nice with it? Can he fight? Like, I'm very curious on where he goes.
Oh, he's
Intro.
definitely got a power. I promise you, he's got a power. Because if you can walk around acting as fucking weird as that dude has been acting, and people are like, "Hey, so cool," he's got hypnotism powers. All right. There's no that dude is a straight up class A weirdo. All right. You go to any other place with people and act the way he was acting, the only response you're gonna get is, "What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?"
They probably think he's a YouTuber. I could totally, especially because they're like a more modern time too. I could totally see it.
He's fucking weird, dude.
Oh, his name's Jin. Okay. His name's
But stuff, I'll try to answer that. The only reason I think he's got powers is because of the intro. But on the intro, I actually think this. I said this to the guys before, but I want to hear your opinion on it too. Stuff. With every time a person gets a yokai or alien in their body, they seem to show their true personality in that moment. For Okarun, it's more depressed. It just changed to more of a determined state, but before it was very depressed. But Ira, she seems to be, I want to say, perverted. I'm thinking about specifically Acrobatic Silky when she first shows up, pink-haired girl. But she shows up and she says like, "Oh, I can't not look," when Okarun's like naked in the Green Ooze episode.
Okay.
But like, we're seeing like whenever a spirit possesses a person, they become their true self to some degree. So when it comes to like Gigi, the red-haired kind of dude, we see him acting all weird and stuff, but it makes me feel like it's a coping mechanism, which I think is added up by the intro. When we see him, he's not this super smiley, weirdo-looking guy. This dude looks like he's completely depressed like, all the time. So like, what do you think's gonna happen from your point of view on Gigi? Do you think it's real or not?
The giggly stuff, or you talking about like the big sad stuff?
We can start with the giggly stuff and then go on to the big sad.
I mean, yeah, it could be. You know, he's hiding the big sad. I kind of forgot what, because he's only living with his dad, right? Is that?
I think they're both.
He's an orphan.
I don't think they're dead yet, but I think they're very sick right now, and so he's kind of on his own.
That's right. Yeah, they're sick. They're sick. Yeah. So yeah, I mean that kind of checks out. You know, the goofily giggly, trying to keep everyone laughing or whatever. Like, you know, maybe he does have the big sad, and if he does get a power, you know, that'll come out, and maybe he'll be the depressed yokai power guy now after Okarun, you know, steps up his game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see him being depressed too. They can't have two depressed people on the main cast. You know, they already got Okarun, who's like kind of a wimp, but kind of an eccentric when it comes to stuff he really likes. We're talking about Gigi and Okarun, Platonic Panda. But like, what's his name? Gigi is like, he's the exact opposite of Okarun. So when I'm assuming he's gonna get powers eventually. I just see like a trend going on, like Momo gets powers, Okarun gets powers. Okay, like when they get it simultaneously, and it's like, okay, like they're the only ones that are supposed to get powers. New chick gets introduced, Ira. She gets powers too. Okay, all right. And then now this Gigi guy comes into the mix, and he's about to go do some ghost shit with the main squad. I can start seeing there's gonna be some powers at the end of whatever this is going on, you know. So I'm assuming he's going to get powers. Ghost Hunter, you're back. Do you think Gigi's gonna get powers? He was back.
No,
He might have just blipped.
Yep, I'm here. My mic was off.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, you're good.
So he's in like, I think he's gonna get powers because he became part of like the main squad, like the main group, because you see him have a very important part in the intro. Like you can vividly see him, like he's doing it's not like some background character in the intro. He's like up there. So he's gonna have a very important role into the story. So I do believe he is gonna get powers. I don't know if it's gonna be like a depressed, nonchalant loser type of guy, or like, I don't know what it's gonna do. We don't know yet. We'll find out.
I'm an awkward
But
guy.
I do think he is gonna get powers.
You know, another reason why I think he's gonna get powers is, you know, they hinted that Ira could possibly get powers when she could see Momo's like hands behind her back, but that's because she had the golden nut. But what's his name? Gigi can already see this ghost demon, whatever's in his house, like keeping him up at night. So I feel like that's kind of foreshadowing that he's probably gonna get powers.
Yeah. I do want to know what that fucking room was. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos, people saying, like just where Gojo had Itadori in that room full of seals. I don't think these two anime are somewhat near together at all. But they're seals. It looks like they're paper seals for something.
Mm-hmm.
So I am looking forward to knowing what that is, and I'm not about to search up manga because I don't want to spoil it.
And the people? I feel like the seals got something to do with the people, but we don't really know what's wrong with the people. But
Yeah.
I will say this: they look like they're puppets.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like when they
dude
asked,
that
"Do you know
showed
what a
up in the hot
gator
tub?
is?" and yeah,
Dudes
yeah.
in the hot tub and the people that were in the
Y'all are
boat.
tripping. Those are aliens. That shit is obvious as fuck. They got the big
Yeah.
ass heads and all that.
Yeah, but they look like they're a kind of possession, as if they've been.
So do all the aliens because they have like it's masks. It's not like they're real bodies.
Maybe it's the aliens mind controlling them. You know, maybe it's not the yokai, but it's an alien doing it, and then the yokai is just separate. That just happens to be in the same, town.
I'm gonna throw this idea out there, and
Aliens
let me know how you feel
are
about it.
after whatever's in that room because, and that's why they've been like torturing the pink hair dude is because they've been trying to get him out so that they can go in that room and get whatever's in there.
Okay, I get that.
The whole way
But-
to the house, the aliens were like stalking them, like watching them and shit.
Okay, so I get that, but when he was at the granny's house or whatever, he was still couldn't sleep and stuff like that. Like they showed a
I'm gonna
little-
throw this idea out, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. So, when I was looking at Dandadan, I saw some people talking about it in the comments how like the people can't actually see guy abilities. I think we learned about that during the train episode. Well, in the same vein, these people that look like the aliens, right, could be possessed, and they don't notice anything different because to them, they look the same, but to us as the viewer, they look weird. There's obviously something wrong with them, but to them, they probably don't even know. So like it makes me wonder. Also going back to that house thing with the paper sticker seals thing. I remember that a room got removed because I think Okarun brought it up like, hey, wasn't there a room there or something? I don't think they're trying to go into the house. I think they're trying to protect it. Something's going on there, and so because the seal. Now I'm thinking about the alien that Gigi keeps seeing, and I wonder if the alien itself is actually guarding Gigi to some degree.
But how do we know that's an alien and not a ghost?
Well, it could be yokai.
That's what I'm
we
saying.
don't know.
Hold up! Didn't
I'm like
on the
90%
billboard?
sure aliens are yokai, just from other planets.
No, that doesn't make sense
It
because
makes perfect sense.
Tobo Granny died protecting someone, so that's why she stayed in that tunnel because that's where a lot of people like went. Like they brought young girls and they raped and killed them, and she was there to protect the young
whoa.
victims.
Oh, dude,
Great.
what's your leg?
Oh, my bad.
That's
I'm
aid.
sorry.
That's aid. I think that's the
But-
word we could use.
Yeah, but like that
Hey,
happened.
you gotta
That's
sound
why
like
she was
Trump, Stuff Central. You gotta say essay.
Yeah. Okay, my bad. Essayed. But that's what happened is they lured them there, brought them there, and they did what they did, and she was there to protect them. And that's why like this whole big story happened in that tunnel involving Tobo Granny. That's why she looked at Okarun and said, I'll let you suck on my tits if you let me gobble that cock. Or whatever she said. Dong.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's over, boys.
I would have got that. I would have got that Turbo Granny Gunk up.
Oh,
No.
we're never beating the allegations.
Her powers are to be really fast, dude. Like she would have, and I would have been. I would have lasted 10 seconds. It would have
Literally
been great.
snatch your soul, like literally snatch your soul.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
Talking more though about the yokai and the aliens thing, I think it was Okarun that brought this up. I think he said the yokai are protecting the planet from the aliens.
Yeah,
Because he
remember
saw
that
it on the
episode.
billboard, and I was like, it was taken as a joke, but it was taken as a joke. But the more I thought about that, like that makes sense. That actually
makes a lot of sense.
That's why we have they didn't get invaded and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
they all have, they're different around the world. They all have their different perspective of paranormal activity, and they're just scared to go with it. But also, what he said in like the second to last episode, I believe, because I just watched the last 2 episodes. Like that crab dude that was boxing said that they have been resemblance to yokai as well, because Granny didn't think it was an alien. So they could both be the same thing, but we don't.
I love the fact that their blood was milk, and it kind of gave explanation to why we see, like, we hear stories about, like, from farmers, like, oh, the aliens abducted my cows.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah. It's just like,
I
I
love
think
the
I know a
good
farmer who'll let you have one of their cows. It's like that's why they're abducting our cows now.
It's their blood. I fucking love that shit. That was hilarious.
Yo, Stuff. We never got your answer on your prediction if Gigi's gonna get powers or not.
Who's Gigi?
Gigi
The pink
is
hair.
the new male character. Like you guys say pink. I think it's like dark pink or red.
Yeah.
guy you like.
Why? Just to be different than me? It's
Uh,
fucking
Yep.
pink.
100%.
It's just
It's red. Red.
It's red.
It's Ghost Hunter.
What is it? I think he's gonna get like Momo powers. I don't think he's gonna get like the yokai possession stuff. So I think he's kind of gonna, either the hypnotist shit, or he's gonna have something that he's like, because like he could already see the ghost. So yeah, I think he's gonna get some kind of like psychic abilities that it's like, oh, it runs in his blood or something like that. And that'll be the two power system. You got they're possessed by a demon, but not possessed, but they could utilize their shit, and then it's like, we got psychic powers, as far as the human powers go. So I think that's
I like it. Put some
I think
balance
it
on
would
the squad.
be a good contrast, and it would be great for that later fight that I predicted. Momo Akatsuki and
Oh my god.
Otiragami and
I've given up on him.
the pink-haired squad.
when Aokiji and Sakazuka fight. Yeah.
Suzuki. I don't know why they put so many extra syllables in his name. It should have just been Suzuki.
I don't think
just
they're
like
gonna,
a Suzuki, he's always burning up.
I don't think they're gonna fight, to be honest. I mean, I could see it possibly, but I always love for Okarun. Just seems like she's gonna be a teammate for him no matter what. What's it called? Oh, dude, would you guys let's talk about like never mind. There was one part that I thought was pretty funny. There's like the part where the three Ira and Okarun were in like this little room, and they're discussing like aliens and ghosts and shit and how to find his nut, I think. And then as he's talking, you got Momo on one side, Ira on the other side, and like he's just going off on a tangent, and then it's just Ira just sitting there in love with him, like looking at him, and then it cuts to the other side, and Momo's head slowly pans out from behind Okarun. She's just looking at Ira like what the fuck? I had to play that. I had to replay that shit like 10 times because I thought that shit was hella funny.
I think we saw another moment where we see like the nurse, the BDSM nurse, and then like we have another moment with like the detectives.
I mean,
So
the disciplinarian.
I thought she was a nurse. She looked like she was a
disciplinarian. Like when you get in trouble and you get sent to the office at school, you get sent to the disciplinarian. That's why she was all BDSM girl. I mean, she was pretty hot. Not gonna lie. I ain't just getting
Better
turned
not
on.
meet the allegation.
But Hunter, did you get hit by the tornado?
Dude, yes, I did. Holy shit. I fucking. There was like I was in my bed and like there was like a shit ton of rain falling on my trailer, and then it shit just fucking stopped, and I was like, and then like the wind just started shaking my trailer, like I got stuff on tables like wobbling and shit, and then the fucking rain starts hitting the side of my trailer, just slamming into like the wall and my windows and shit, and like not touching the roof at all, and I'm like, it's got to be like down the street. So I didn't even go outside yet, but I'm sure like I got neighbors that got missing shit.
Oh,
I got some of that rain, and I got some of the rain and wind in my area. Probably not as hard as you did, but like, yeah, I got some of it.
A tornado touched down like 3 towns away from me, destroyed those 3 towns, and was heading my way before it finally stopped in like the span of 45 minutes. A tree fell on this girl's house. They lost their house, and their daughter passed away in it.
Ooh.
It was bad.
damn.
Oh,
It got bad where I was at.
wow.
I had to go, like, I tried 3 different ways to get to my house, and there's trees on almost every road. Just falling. Some dude tried to drive over one and got his truck stuck. Yeah,
Instead of
it's like,
getting out and moving it.
yeah, cause I live right on the river, so yeah, it got bad for me.
Yeah.
Wow, it's fucking wild.
Since we're on sad topics, what'd you guys think about episode 7 of Dandadan?
Which one
Well, that's
happened
good.
in 7? I had
It
a
was
topic
fire,
for
bro.
Dan to bring up.
It was the
Like, cool stuff for that.
It was the Acrobat Silky episode.
yeah,
the
the
fucking wasted
backstory.
episode.
Yo, they didn't need to do all that, bro. Like not in a bad way, but that shit had me.
Waste of time, yeah.
That shit had my fucking lip quivering. I thought it was good. I liked it that it was in there because it shows the diversity of where this fucking anime could go. So yeah, it might have kind of been a side tangent, but hey, I watched One Piece and I cried over a fucking dog's backstory. So when that shit was happening, I was all fucking.
Hey, first of
having
all,
my
that
feels.
dog deserved your tears, all right? That other fucking backstory. No, it was a waste of time, bro. It fucking aggravated the shit out of me. I know y'all keep talking about it made you cry and shit like that, and I just seen that shit too many times, bro. I'm not I don't have any more tears for parents that couldn't do it. Like I'm a product of parents that couldn't do it. That's why I'm a convicted felon. Like, it's not. It didn't mean anything to me. It was just aggravating. It was screen time that it shouldn't have been. Like it was too much backstory, to be honest with you. That whole thing could have been summed up in like a little 3-minute fucking montage, and it would have meant just as much to the story as it did instead of the 15-minute 3/4 of an episode time wasting aggravation that it was.
All right, 7
Girls,
Ninja.
girls, get the Kleenex. We need to cry. Episode 7. You talk about the lead up to it, but when Ira traps Momo because she's like, oh, you're a demon, yada yada yada, and she gets the girls in there, and then Silky comes in and knocks. What happened to those girls? Are they still alive? You remember Silky comes in, crash, and these girls are gone somewhere. Like, what happened to them?
They booked
then,
Skip
like,
town. They skip town.
out.
They're like, what is this bitch got me into? I'm done. I'm over. Mom, let's move.
Don't
And
they
then,
show
like,
back up later though?
I think they do.
Yeah, because when Ira
Ambulance for him.
she could throw dirt on Momo, but then she doesn't. So then I think her friends get like what the heck? So I think they do show up again.
But yeah, and then like seeing Okarun go through that whole situation, like at first we see him jumping around. I mean, I probably could have guessed, but like to see him actually think of tying her hair up and stuff like that was kind of cool to see. Honestly, I didn't think she had a limit on her hair growth, truth be told. But to see that, and then she got weakened because she chopped her hair off too, was kind of cool. But to see that the lighter that we see in the earlier episode come in handy with and I think it was Turbo Granny that ignites the fire. I don't think anyone else did that.
I thought it was
Turbo
Momo.
Granny
Turbo
Yeah,
Granny
but-
exposed that the lighter was gonna be used for like dramatic moment. She like announced it.
Yeah, but Momo, because Momo got ate and she lit the lighter and almost just killed everyone inside of her.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
Turbo Granny that said like hinted, oh yeah, she's using the lighter or something like that.
Yeah.
But she saw it coming.
Yeah, I love that they brought that back. But then to see like the mother, like she realizes after everything's said and done, Ira's on the ground, she's dead. Everyone's like, "Oh no, what do we do?" Yada yada yada. You know, it really makes you realize like the yokai, they're not yokai for no reason. They come that way because something really bad happened in their life, and to the point where they're not just straight up evil. Like they can understand, hey, I messed up. Let me do something about it. And so it was kind of cool to see acrobatic Silky, sacrifice herself to save Ira. And in the same vein, Ira, when it mattered most for that yokai, she was potentially going to just be erased. She goes up and hugs her because they're bonding over a missing family member, if you will. And so that seeing that bond climax there was kind of cool to see.
Climax.
All right, Ghost Hunter, what you got on that whole
What's up?
episode?
Of the backstory?
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it was weird because she was going through all this stuff. I liked her trying to she was doing everything to raise her daughter really well. Then her daughter got kidnapped and she was dying, and then some girl would call her mama, and then decided to find her after she died, and then it was like, I'm your mama, you called me mama one time, call me mama again. So that was weird, but suit yourself, I guess. But altogether, I did like the backstory, but I didn't think I didn't think it needed an episode by itself, like Hunter was saying. They could have chopped that up in 5 minutes, 3 minutes. It was told really well, but they didn't need a full episode to tell us that. They could have done it in half an episode to a quarter of an episode. And the fact that they was running around the whole warehouse, making it to where her hair couldn't go anywhere, that she tangled herself up, was pretty cool till they killed her and then used her life force to put into pink-haired girl to save her. Was pretty cool. That's really what I got from it.
No, I'm the opposite. I like the fact they took half an episode to build up to that. You had to show not Turbo Granny, Acrobatics backstory. Then you got to show Ira's backstory on and why they bonded and stuff. I thought it was really well played, how they wrote it, showed it, all that good stuff. I was watching Seven Ninjas Dandadan episode reviews, and then when he got to episode 7, Seven Ninjas sound really tore up at doing that episode review, and then so I was seeing posts about it online. Episode 7 was really a big hit, and this is before I've seen the show at all, first episode. And then so on Senzu Talks, I asked Blaine about it, so what do you think about episode 7? He was like, at first I didn't like this acrobatics chick, but she alright.
She is alright. I didn't like her at first. She alright, after I learned her backstory.
So
I just
after
don't think it should have been a whole episode long.
So after hearing everything, I was like, alright, let me see what got everybody all tore up about. I was watching through the whole first 8-9 episodes when I first started watching into it. It's who's episode 7 gonna be about? Oh, it's about to be about Grandma. Okay, alright, it's definitely gonna be about her. She her and Momo got some issues. It's gonna be about her. And then as the episode came along, I kind of forgot about it as episode 6 hit, and it's okay, it's probably gonna be about Ira. And we're no, it's about the acrobatics chick. And the cool part was for me about it was as she's fading into nothingness, Like Turbo Granny was like, yeah, if she has any regrets in life, she's probably gonna be nothing, and she's not gonna go into the afterlife at all. And then it was Ira, who's freshly revived, goes and hugs her one last time and says thank you or some shit like that. I think that was the little spark that the acrobatic needed to actually go into the next life and not leave this world with any regrets or something like that. So I thought that was a really nice touch at the end to really give the acrobatics that cherry on top ending, you know.
It should it reminded me of
That's not how
Coco.
I understood it.
Hold up, Stuck
She
first, then Hunter.
know.
You guys seen Coco, the Mexican Disney movie? Where it's like you have to, if your living ancestors,
Everybody in the family has powers.
yeah, they got to remember the ancestors that are gone for them to be relevant. So that was kind of like, oh, she's got to be remembered or loved or something. Well, I don't know. That just reminded me of Coco right there. I was like, oh, now she finally has the one person, which even though they just bonded or whatever, it's Ira now that to make her acrobatic silty go on. So I was like, oh, that's some Coco shit. But that's all I had to say about that.
I understood that a lot differently than y'all. I'm pretty sure that was her actual mom, and she didn't go into the afterlife. That's why that chick has new powers. She put her soul into the pink-haired girl.
Hey, but it's
she
not
like-
her actual mom.
Alrighty,
Sorry, Ninja.
so you throw in the main guy. So apparently her daughter died, and so when acrobatic Silky goes into her let's go at heaven state or her original body, after she went to heaven, she sees her daughter, and so that's not her. That's not Ira's not her daughter. I thought Momo was a period of time till I heard that no, her daughter died. We don't know how it happened, but she was still a kid.
Yeah, because that was a completely different girl in the backstory from Ira. Like, had darker hair, like I think a mole on her face too, something like that.
It also wouldn't make sense. Ira grows up as a rich girl, but like the daughter grows up as a poor girl. She would
Yeah,
remember
'cause
that.
We also saw a scene to where Ira's dad was holding her as they like buried her mom and stuff like that, or put her mom in something, and he had to explain to her that her mom wasn't coming back and stuff like that, and that's why she ended up going up to her, because it was like roughly right after that happened, thinking it was her mom because she hasn't seen her mom in a while.
Shoot.
All
I've
right.
actually had an experience with a little cousin. He called my mother Mama, and so like, he realized she died, but then like later on he would he'd ask me the question, "Where's Mama at?" Like I've had to experience that, and I'm just like, I think he knew, but it hit him, like he broke down, he knew, but then like a child's mind would just go somewhere afterwards, and it was something to see.
Last question I got for the panel, or last topic. What do you all think about the cliffhanger thought? What's your thoughts on the cliffhanger at the end of episode 12? I forget who started it last time. We'll start with Blaine first.
It was stupid, man. That's what it was, bruh. They left me on the biggest, like I don't know. It's like they had me right there, and they were like, wait till I don't know when the fuck we're gonna drop more episodes. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I saw TikTok stuff about it, and like people were like doing, like I was saying, how the seals resembled like the Room of Seals from JJK, and I was like, okay, so that has to be from either the set, because I didn't watch the last 2 episodes till today. That had to either be episode 11 or episode 12. Okay, so they had to show more behind it. They did not. They ended it right then and there, and I was like, what the flying fuck? So I hated it. I want to know what the fuck the room is right now. That's all I have to say. It was stupid.
Ninja.
It really it spoke to me when I've heard someone say like you could be watching like a 30-minute show and it feels like 10 minutes pass by, and it's just like we're getting to the very end, and you're like, we ended it there. I'm like, wait, is the show over? What is this?
Yeah.
I'm so ready. I'm so ready to dive in this. Like there be a episode 13. But you know, to find out that we gotta wait was kind of crazy. But yeah, that's kind of how I felt about it. I felt robbed. I'll put it like that.
But I did like the fact, man was like, it's a rental, but it's whatever. I don't care. Hit a hole in the wall. It's like, there goes their deposit. I'd be pissed at my kids.
Badass kids. Funny. So I kind of have a weird look on this. Okay, I get where y'all coming from. That is a tough fucking cliffhanger, because then we gotta wait till who knows when till the rest of the anime to come out. But kind of as I was saying, back to that other cliffhanger when Gigi first showed up and Okarun was like, "Oh, who's this man? Is that her man's? Like, am I screwed?" You know, like I think Dandadan is focusing on that, like the emotional, I don't know, intelligence, social, all that. So I think a lot of that gets resolved at the end of, or yeah, during 12. Like, hey, he's bonding with Gigi. Momo's happy that they're bonding. So that's what the show is focused on. It's not a shonen, right? So when it comes to the shonen shit being the cliffhanger, that's just because they know that's what we want. So I think it was pretty well done. I mean, yeah, it sucks. I want to see what happens. I want to see what the room is, you know. I want to see what happens in the hot tub. But I do get a lot of closure from, Momo was happy that Okarun and Buddy were bonding. And then, yeah, Buddy and Okarun bonded. Okarun even kind of manned up. It's like, I can kick this freaking ball. So I did get a lot of closure in that sense. But yeah, in the shonen side of things, that's a big ass cliffhanger. That sucks, you know. But
The people,
I did like it.
The people in the hot springs threw me off. Do you know what a gator is? No. You talking about alligators? No. It's grown men who just like pervyize young women like you, and then they put their faces like above the water like actual alligators. I was like, what the flying fuck are they on right now?
Bro, they prepared us for the first episode.
Yeah, but I didn't. I'm pretty sure that's an actual term used in hot springs.
Well, I believe it.
That's what scares me.
I believe it 100%.
Like, I've never heard the word gator used in that term before, and I don't like it. I don't.
I don't know. Like, when it comes to the cliffhanger, it's like, for me, it's like, what kind of balls do you have to end a season on like that? Like you were so confident that your anime could have flopped and no one could have liked it, and this cliffhanger could have been like, why'd I even waste my time with this shit? You're lucky your show turned out really well and turned out really good that everyone likes it. And so now that you left us on a cliffhanger, which is like, all right, you're lucky, bro. We hate that you ended it like this, but your show's good, so I'm gonna come back in 6 months to a year when this show comes back, and like, I'm gonna keep continuing this. That's my thoughts.
I love that, like, because like I feel like they might have had like 13 episode ready just to give us a little bit closure, but they were like, oh no, people like this show. Mm-hmm. I saw like a meme, like you see like animes that take like multiple seasons to be like well loved across the whole world, and it's like yeah they have the balls because they know like their show's good, bro. Their show's good. But I did want to talk about a moment. We were talking about how like Gigi shows up and they're bonding with Okarun there. Now we're seeing, I think Okarun's now understanding the difference between a friendship with a woman versus a friendship with a man. Now, maybe you could say the same about Ira, but I think Ira's just weird, and so she kind of feels like an outlier altogether. But like, I feel like we're Okarun's seeing what the difference is going to look like between that, and so, and Gigi's able to match his weirdness, if you will. Like, it's really cool to see him bonding with a lot of people. I'm glad to see that happening. And also, because I don't know if this is our final thoughts on the anime, It's cool to see that the yokai are not just outright evil, and we get to see through Momo that, like, I think she's able to see the full story, like, because of her ability. It's cool to see that, like, Momo and the yokai come to an understanding at the very end of every fight that they get into, or even a non-fight, because of that runner guy. So it's cool to see that, and I do want to see more of that.
Okay. So when I was looking up Gigi's name earlier, pink-haired dude, apparently it, like, someone asked on Reddit, is this a 24 episode season? And another person said, yeah, 2 course. So it's like a first half and then a second half will come like later, probably like shorter, like a little bit sooner than later.
That'd be good to see.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Then we'll watch it like you're watching Daima, I guess.
Plot twist, a cliffhanger, episode 24.
Oh,
man.
Another one.
Cliffhanger
Bigger?
at episode
It's
13.
even bigger.
Yeah.
Oh god, bro, that would piss me off, bro.
Like, son of a bitch.
Never watching Dandadan again if they do this shit again.
No. The plot twist is it's episode 12 and a half. And it's just a recap of the first season.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
God.
don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Oh my god.
I hate those episodes so much. Like, I'm watching it all in a span of a week. I waited for it to come out. Don't hit me with a recap in the middle of it. That's
No.
not even in English. Because that's what Solo Leveling did.
Yeah. Oh, the half episode. And he's like, "Are you waste a week?" It's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Because I was watching it as it came out. Like, I waited a week just to watch a recap, not even, like, of the show I just watched. Like, what the fuck? Get this bull out of here.
Got debated. What you guys think?
Every anime has that, like, recap moment, and I thought Naruto did it the best when they had, like, Konohamaru and his team, like, they had to ask the Genin and shit, like, questions, so they were, like, going over stories of what happened instead of it just being, like, I thought that was a good way to do that. But still, that's one of those things, like, you're gonna see it in anime because it's Japanese. And like I said, people in Japan, every one of them have chronic ADHD. They can't remember shit like we can. They have the worst fucking memories. That's why Naruto is like fucking 40% flashbacks. Like, all animes are, it's just, them motherfuckers don't have an attention span. That's why goldfish come from Japan. It's something I've gotten used to.
That's crazy.
It's gonna get even crazier the longer you're here, I promise you.
Though I see why you're also salty about the acrobatic Silky taking up half an episode because of that fucking cliffhanger at the end. It's like, yo, if we had that extra 15, or at least 12 more minutes, like, we could have gotten a little more information. But
Yeah, we could have.
yeah, so I bet episode 7 would have been higher regards had that not been the season or the half season ender. But it is what it is.
Alright. Closing thoughts on Dandadan. And then we'll move on to Marvel Rivals. Cold Sauce, we'll start with you.
There's one more topic I want to bring up on Dandadan before we
Oh,
go.
go for it. Go for it.
Is there anything about the show that we disliked?
The cliffhanger at the end of episode 12.
Yeah, that's about it.
The show was unique enough to me that I can't really
it-
say I had a real problem with it.
It had some cringe moments for me, but almost everything has that for me as well. So I'll pause it for like 5 minutes and be like, okay, I need to watch this though, and I just force myself through it.
Yeah, it's like the show was kind of a unique enough show that, like, I didn't really feel like I saw some classic anime tropes, or if they were classic anime tropes, they did not handle it in the same way that we usually see it. And so for me to have an outright problem, I guess if anything, like there were extra scenes that were, how like there's an ending, but then like there's like a little teaser for the next episode, and this has like separate like story in it that doesn't show up in the next episode. I'm thinking specifically when we first see Okarun and Momo on the train, not the fight train, but the before that, and then like Momo's not wearing her outfit, but like Okarun is. And how that? Oh my God, I want to talk about that, but we need to end this segment. But yeah, seeing that scene ahead of time would have been kind of cool. Okay. So legitimately, if they both had that outfit on, there's a high chance they would not have won that fight. Because Momo Sentai Ayase said this is like bulletproof for like yokai, and like I think it's because Momo she had a previous training of being able to see Okarun's soul without actually looking at him. She got trapped or something, I remember, and so if it wasn't for Okarun having that suit, matter of fact, if Okarun and Momo didn't have the suit on, it was over. And if both of them had it on, there's a high chance neither one of them would have survived that either. It seems like it had to be a moment where one of them didn't wear it because it was just enough of a variable that they both could free each other. Again, they're both integral. One's by the book, one's not. So I feel like that little scene. If we would have got to see those little teaser animations, story animations, in the next episode, I think I would have been happier. But outside of that, I don't think there's really anything in particular that really affects. Makes me think that shows has some cons.
I can't remember this yokai-proof suit you're talking about, to be honest.
It's like an old Saint Priestess outfit.
Yeah, it's when they were dressed wearing the funny shit. I like vaguely
To go
remember.
defeat
talking about.
Turbo Granny.
Yeah, that's when they brought it up. Yeah.
Oh,
I remember.
I have to go back.
Back to the past. Right, Jack?
All right. Oh, closing thoughts.
Sexy Granny told him to
Oh
wear
wait. Well, we're on. What did you not like? I think Blaine and stuff. You haven't given your answers yet.
Like you, Squall, the cliffhanger, really hated it, and it had some very weird, like, cringe moments. But like, everything has that for me. It's where I have to pause it for a little bit, and then be like, okay, here we go, and I have to like make myself watch it. Like, I think the main one for me is when they were in the school and they just got done fighting the aliens and they got transported back and they were all up on each other, like basically butt naked.
Mm.
I had to stop at that one.
Oh.
I had to stop when they were getting interrogated by her friends saying, "You're in a love." I had to stop there for like a brief 3 minutes and be like, yeah, okay, here we go. Just little stuff like that. It'll get me like off guard and be like, do I really need to watch this? And then I'm like, yeah, I've done put too much time into it not to. Just little stuff like that. That gets me all the time. But mainly the cliffhanger, because what the fuck? But yeah, mainly the cliffhanger.
No, I agree with the whole part when they were in like when they were fighting in that water episode, like at the school, and like Okarun was butt naked for like damn near an episode and a half. I was like, bro, hurry up and end the fight and give him some clothes already, yo.
And they end the fight and he's still butt naked, and the two females are like stripped to their underwear. Like, they could have gave them their clothes back before they transported them back, at least, you know. Now everyone thinks they were like doing it in the middle of the hallway. Like, one,
That brings
how
up
do
a
you
good
even
question.
start that? Like, how do you even start that and like without anyone seeing? So I don't know how that ended up happening. But like, if you see someone there and then you don't see them, and you just like look around and they're butt ass naked, you should know some paranormal shit's happening at that point.
That brings up that good question though. Why couldn't they see it? It makes no sense, right?
It makes no sense.
I was listening to a book called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and they had a term called somebody else's problem. And what it meant is that like some people, like they'll like look to the side and they'll see something in their peripherals and they'll think it's Bigfoot or whatever. And so it's somebody else's problem, therefore it's not important enough for me to look at. Which is like why, or they, anyway, their brains rationalize that doesn't exist, and therefore it's not on their plane of reality. That's why, remember that they're, because of their spiritual power, they were able to see the aliens and stuff like that. So I'm wondering. I think Cold Sauce. You said something. You told me
Because the
something.
aliens are yokai.
No. You said there was something from another anime that might explain it. It was
Oh, not another anime. It was Rick Riordan, the author that wrote Percy
Percy
Jackson and
Jackson.
Magnus Chase. Yeah, he does a really
Good
good
book.
job at explaining things like that, where whenever paranormal stuff happens in that series, there's this thing called the mist. That's how they explain it, where other people, like, even though they see it happen, their brains will rationalize it in a way that they can understand. So like if somebody watches a fucking dwarf beat up somebody, if you don't have knowledge of the Greek mythology and all that shit, then you're just gonna see a fucking midget, fighting somebody. Like, it's the mist. You rationalize it in a way that you can understand, because it's like asking somebody to solve a math problem that they don't know how to do. If you can't do it, you can't do it. But you're experiencing something regardless. So your brain is gonna figure out how to. It's just like our eyes, our brain has to flip everything. Like everything that we see is supposed to be upside down, and we know that because of like something like if you look through water or whatever. It's the way our eyes are shaped, I believe. But our brains naturally flip everything around so that we can understand it.
Wasn't there a camera that did that or something? I remember seeing that too.
Yeah, our camera does it too. Cause like I used to watch TikTok way more than I already did, and I was on a very weird place in like 2021, where it was a lot of cosplays, and then I would see like a Kakashi cosplay, and their eye, it looked like it was over the wrong eye, but it's just like it's not mirrored or something. Mirrors do it too. Like if you take a video, you see yourself different in the camera with the video than you do in the actual mirror, because like something doesn't flip. Like the camera doesn't mirror like a mirror does. It's weird. I don't know the science behind it, but yeah. Like our back camera sees the what we see different than our front camera does, because I think our front camera is mirrored and our back camera is not mirrored. It might be the other way around.
The front camera's mirrored.
Cold Sauce and Stuff Central. Did you have some? Well, we know a con, Cold Sauce, but do you have another con to the anime?
Honestly, not really. The only cons that I had were just cons that I have with anime in general, like the cringe stuff, and it's just kind of the Japanese be on that weird shit, so I just kind of let it pass. But yeah, it's I mean, the cliffhanger, that's probably the only one thing that I really...
that cliffhanger!
Yeah, right.
Whoever decided to put that cliffhanger in can run these hands. Hunter, get him, because you can fight better than I can. You get him, Hunter. You get him.
Big Bubba,
That's
go
crazy.
get him.
Get him. Go get him.
I think
That's crazy.
I think that, so I'm not good at like picking up on code, but are y'all calling the fan service-y part cringe?
No, just like the cringe moments it has, like them ending up naked in the middle of school. There's like, that didn't have to be put in there, but it did. It had nothing to do with the story. Just stuff like that. Like, fan service. Then I guess like the Gators, like that didn't have to be put in there at all for no fuck reason, but they put it in there.
Right.
Yeah, stuff like the cringe moments that make you pause the episode and be like, do I really want to continue watching this? And then you're like, well, I have to, type of deal.
I think we all have the same con, because I also like the fan service part, like showing the skin and the sex appeal and all. They're doing it correctly, artistically, except it's fucking high schoolers. I don't want to sit here lifting over a girl that has homework, And like, once again, that's a Japan thing. Like in Japan, the age of consent is fucking 14. So like over there, this is fucking awesome for them. But over here, it's like, hey, you fucking weird. Like get the fuck away. Like we have chest hair. Like we're men over here.
We're men.
Yeah, that's why your women want us. But so yeah,
we don't need.
We all have the same con with Dandadan.
All right, closing thoughts. We'll
It's a 10 out of 10 anime.
Okay, yeah, we'll start with 7 Ninja. Go for it.
It's a 10 out of 10 anime. That's all I have to say. Peak. You know, I heard people saying that, and I was like, peak. Okay, so check it out. Yeah, it's peak. It's peak. 100%. One of the best, if not the best anime I've seen in a long, long time. It does beat Dragon Ball, though. I gotta admit, it was pretty good.
Oh, I don't know about that one, broski.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of shit beats Dragon
Get a
Ball,
cold
man.
off. How to get
A lot
a
of shit
cold
beats Dragon Ball, man.
Alright, stuff cold then Blaine.
Alright. Yeah, that shit was super unique. The art style, the music, the situations that happened, like gobbling dongs and banana searching and nuts. Like, yeah, that shit was crazy. And then like the emotions too. You know, it could have the sad episode. It could have you cracking up. It could have you like, oh no way, she just did that. So yeah, that shit was 9.5 out of 10. That shit was super fire and best anime I've seen in quite a long time.
Alright, cold sauce.
Yeah, completely agree.
Like
10 out of 10 anime. It's not often you find an anime that will take you on the kind of rides that this one does. I mean, just about every episode has me, you know, like on the edge of my seat, like, and then whenever something awesome happens, I'm like, fucking right, dude. That's what I'm fucking talking about. You fucking go, Momo. You fucking badass. You are your granny's daughter for sure, or I guess granddaughter. But still, like, it's a great anime. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. I love being able to have an actually good anime instead of like an okay anime like Jujutsu Kaisen that just copies all of its artistic inspiration off of another actually good anime like Naruto. So yeah.
Bleach.
Yeah,
What'd you say? What'd you say, Hunter? What'd you say, Ghost Hunter?
I said Bleach.
Vegeta's currently stronger than Goku. Vegeta is currently
hang on, let me mute Secret Cold Sauce real quick so you can go play.
So, like everyone else, great. It's cinematic, peak, 10 out of 10. I do like the fact that the author of the manga was like, he was trying to do all this other stuff and it just wasn't hitting. He was about to lose his job and then he stopped writing for a certain reason. It's just like, let me write what I want to write. I think he was trying to do some like zombie manga for somebody and it just wasn't working. He like Shonen Jump was declining. A lot of stuff was declining. Then he came out with Dandadan. He just started writing this like comedy / like thriller type of deal and it worked, and you know, they let him in, they got accepted, and it just came to what we have now. It has its own unique story. I haven't seen nothing like it. Like they're badass. You have a talking cat. That happened from Bleach though. Like everyone gets their thing from Bleach because Bleach is cool and it's one of the best. But I liked it. It had, like Hunter was saying, it had you on the edge of your seat. You're just like, what's about to happen next? Like what are they about to fight? What are they about to do? It was good. I enjoyed it. Go watch it if you haven't, because it's peak. It's great. It's amazing. And Jujutsu Kaisen got most of its stuff from Bleach. Okay, even the author himself said it. Go fuck off.
No, he definitely got it from Naruto.
It was Bleach. It was Bleach.
I felt like I was watching Naruto.
It was Bleach. All right, like there's so many like references in Bleach. So many.
To be fair, you can feel like you're a god, but you're probably not a god too.
Wow.
What you said? I couldn't hear you over the loud sound of Vegeta passing up Goku.
And you must not be able to hear well because that was a quiet sound.
Did we hit all the final thoughts already? 'Cause I kinda
I
have
think
one
Squall.
thing.
Squall.
Okay.
Squall's
yeah.
the last one.
Yeah. All right. So my final thoughts. You know what? It's always like the action, like how good is the fighting anime, in the anime that draws me in, and other than that, you gotta give it its credit. That animation was top notch. But it wasn't just that. It was like the non-fighting moments. Like everything was just like awesome. You know, like the comedy, the story, the world building, uh, the dumb antics that happened all over the place. You know, like Secret Cold Sauce when they played baseball to hit the nut back into him. Like all of it was like all creative nonsense that was very entertaining to watch. So I've never heard of peak anime until this anime came out, but I understand what it means. Like, you know, peak, top of the mountain. So it's top of on the anime list, you know. So you gotta give its credit where it's due. It's good. It's up there. It's popping. It's now, you know. I'll definitely recommend it to the next person. Like someone asked me, hey, what anime should I watch? You know, I usually give like My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball Z is kind of long, Jujutsu Kaisen short but really fun to watch. And now Dandadan's going on that list for people to watch if they ask me for recommendations. So that's my final thoughts on it. Loved it. Great anime. Can't wait for season 2 or second part of season 1 to air. Hopefully it's in tomorrow or something. Yeah. Alrighty, peeps. Well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're pretty much good to go, stuff, if you need to go. We're gonna start heading into Marvel Rivals now. So plug your socials one last time. Plug your socials one last time for all the viewers out there to come find you.
Okay, yeah, it's Stuff Central on just Linktree/Stuff Central. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, Kick, pretty much everywhere. So yeah, pumping out the YouTube shorts and TikToks right now for No Hesi Assetto Corsa, so go ahead and check those out if you like racing and cutting up in traffic. But thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate that.
What do you drive?
Oh, Assetto Corsa?
I haven't heard of that one actually, and I really like cars, so that's what I was asking.
It's a 13-year-old game. It's like a sim.
Oh,
like,
a game. Okay. I thought we were talking about an actual car. I was like, hold up.
Oh no,
Cut up in actual traffic. Here we go.
Oh,
This is my guy.
I ain't got money for all that. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel that.
Yeah, but yeah, so just pumping out shorts right now, trying to get that going, and obviously I get my streams going 5 nights a week. So yeah, if you fucks with cutting up traffic, Rocket League, or sometimes I do One Piece shit, go ahead and check me out. Stuff Central. So thanks guys for having me. Appreciate the conversations and debates and different views. Definitely have a different perspective on it from hearing from what you guys said too. So,
alrighty, stuff. Thanks for being here. Catch you later.
Peace.
Alrighty, peeps. Now for the gaming segment.
Fight for the light, till the dawn first glow. Fight for the right, feel the power flow. Fight with all our might, and the truth will show.
Pondering topic. I'll DM it to you.
Okay. Because if I don't know the pondering topic, I might leave around here too.
You're good. This one is. Let's see. All right.
Former President Jimmy Carter died.
Oh shit.
Okay. Dang. I'll chill out till around 9-ish. That's probably when I'm gonna head out.
Sounds Gucci. Yeah, that's when we usually end it.
Yeah.
We'll try to blaze through these next couple of segments. All right, so for the gaming segment, we are talking about Marvel Rivals. I know me and Hunter have played it. 7 Ninja, you've seen a lot of gameplay on it. We'll start with like first initial thoughts on what you guys think about the game. We'll start with Hunter first, then Seven Ninja.
All right. So one big problem that me and Squall ran into whenever we played it, the first time we were playing together, and you don't know what the fuck to do. There's no explanation. There's not even a tutorial. It just jumps you into this match that has objectives, and we're just sitting here. We can't even stay alive long enough to figure out what the objectives are because of all the combat and everything. But that was one thing that I didn't like. One thing that I loved was Black Widow's ass. I really liked playing as her. And all the chicks on that show look really good. In fact, Black Widow's ass looks amazing. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, if there was anything that I remember from the game more than anything else, it was Black Widow's ass. And,
Wait, who do you think had the best ass?
definitely Black Widow. My fault.
When you see his mouth watering, you know he's talking about the best one. On my end of things, so as again, I've been watching people. Man, you really do see a lot of people when they like. I've been seeing some ranked gameplay and some non-ranked gameplay. They still don't know what they're doing, even after I seen a guy go to plat. They still don't know what they're doing. It's kind of crazy. But I think that same thing probably was happening in Overwatch too. The stuff about like not knowing what to do. Yeah, I didn't really see a lot of things leading you to know. Really, the only reason I have some knowledge about it is because I've been watching a lot of streamers, and so it's like I'll probably know a lot more than you guys for the first time. But I think best ass though has to go to Squirrel Girl, bro. Come on, what are you talking about?
Squirrel
What are you
Girl.
talking about? Like Squirrel Girl,
I
crazy,
gotta
y'all
go- I'm
crazy.
gonna have to go look this up. I never played as Squirrel Girl. I liked Storm a lot, but nobody had anything on Black Widow. Come on.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
Particular.
I think I've seen her.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
for me, it was kind of easy to understand the objectives of the game if you played Overwatch. Like, I didn't know what game meant what objectives to play when we were playing this game when first starting out. But it was cause I just go in and just start attacking and see what I can do. Am I actually even good at the game or not? But then after a while, 5-ish minutes, I'm seeing like this little bar at the top of the screen, like moving. I'm like, oh, so we need to capture the objective and hold it or whatever. So it's very
Payload.
Overwatch like. What was that?
Push the payload.
Yeah, push the payload. There was that. So I know people told me it's just like Overwatch. So I kind of understood beforehand before going into the game. My biggest gripe with the game was the load it puts on your PC, because I'm pretty I was having give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back.
So
Alright.
I did hear the game wasn't that optimized. It's probably still in its early stages, but then again, I don't know how optimized Overwatch is. So I did hear about that. I thought it was kind of cool that they had team synergies. Like if you know that a character has a group team that they're usually in, that will actually play a part of a part in the game itself. Gracious, ow. Anyway, and then you've got characters that have so there's synergies, and then there's characters that have special moves that with other characters, like the fastball special with Hulk and Wolverine. So I thought that was kind of cool.
So
My
my biggest
I'm
gripe.
looking at pictures of Squirrel Girl right here, and Ninja likes a girl with some biscuits in her oven, man. Ninja likes that thick girl build.
So my biggest gripe with the game was more on how much strain it has over your PC. There's games where I can stream and and play, and it looks perfectly fine. Like this game, like I can't really, like I could stream it, but I have to turn the graphics settings down a lot on this game for it to like be doable, because even like when I have the graphics settings down, like the frame rate is still kind of bad for me. Like if I wasn't streaming, I could probably put the graphics settings all the way up and it would be okay. But like the frame rate is like kind of low, and like during like certain parts of like where everybody's fighting in one area, the frame rate gets pretty bad, and then like it doesn't really fix itself once it gets bad. Once it's bad, it's like stuck like that until like you restart the game or you start a new game or something like that, start a new battle. So like that's my only gripe with it so far. When it comes to like learning like how to get good at the game, it's just more of like experience. You gotta know who can do what, and like what are their moves, what are their like what is the extent to their moves. So it's like a learning S-curve process. Let's see, Dark Game says there was also some crashing in some people that used to happen to me. Yeah, it does take a big strain on your PC, which is kind of weird to me because it doesn't look like the graphics are too intense like some other games that I play. Like Black Myth Wukong's graphics are crazy, but I can stream and play that game pretty well.
Yeah. One thing, like you were talking about the graphics going bad and it putting a strain on your PC, and I just want to remind everyone that you don't have that problem whenever you're playing on a Xbox. So I don't know what you're doing on that crappy PC, but over here in Microsoft land, we doing great. The thing that I didn't like about the game was it's so much trial and error trying to figure out like which character you like, and like it gets exhausting because you just gotta sit there dying over and over again until you finally find somebody that you like. But the biggest thing that I didn't like is the necessity of teamwork, because like if me and Squall wouldn't have been playing together, Squall was playing as Doctor Strange, so he can heal people and attack. If you don't have a healer on your team, you're gonna lose, period. And like I don't know why games think that everybody has friends that they can just call and be like, I'd like to play this game right now. Like it's not like, if you have to have teamwork, you're setting yourself up for failure in a game. Because for one, people don't like to work together on video games. People like to be trolls. I've met 100 million trolls in my day in gaming. I've met 4 helpful motherfuckers, and Squall is 2 of them. And Ninja's the other 2. So,
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Keep you guys alive. Dude, speaking of trolls, Jeff the Shark, his ultimate, bro.
Dude,
I don't know if you guys have seen, bro.
That
The
shit
amount of
pissed
people
me
that got caught by
off,
that
bro.
is crazy.
He grabbed me and Squall one time at the same time and yeeted us off the edge together.
That shit pissed me off, bro. And then like one time, like the first time I got swallowed, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? What just happened? And then like, and then Cold Sauce was like, he was like, I just got swallowed by something. I'm like, oh, you got swallowed too?
Yeah.
There are some ways to get around that little yeet off the edge thing. There's like some characters like what's the little raccoon, Rocket?
Rocket.
Yeah, he has like a little boost move, like he shoots you, like you can like jump in the air and like scoot like a little bit, and you can do that twice before it has a cooldown. So like when I get yeeted, and if I was him, I can like boost myself back up onto stage real quick. So that's
I saw
pretty cool.
Doctor Strange, you know his little portal move they can shoot out.
Yeah.
I saw him put like a one at the edge, and Jeff throws up in that direction, and like it opens at the best time, and they go like right back on the point, like right into there. And this Jeff is over here, and he's like 1 health at the time. He's like, "This is my Hail Mary," and he dies immediately because these guys just reappeared right in front of him. I thought that was pretty cool.
Doctor Strange also has a levitate move that he could possibly use to get back on the stage. I forgot about that.
Yeah. There's another thing that I want to bring up that it really aggravated the hell out of me when I was playing as I'm pretty sure all the flying characters are like this, but I was playing as Storm, and the players that we were playing against definitely already knew what the fuck, like they knew how to exploit this, but you can't look directly down. Like there's a stopping point, and I'm sitting here going, I'm fucking flying. Like how the fuck can I not look directly underneath me to attack? But that was really aggravating and unnecessary, and it just makes it easier for the enemy to kill you.
I'm a big fan of seeing these characters like obviously I can't feel it because I don't play the game, but like when I looked at a lot of these characters, they feel like, you know, what they are supposed to be in the comics or something. Like it's kind of cool to see them fully represented. I played a game called Marvel's Avengers made by Square Enix. Like
Represented?
it felt like a hint of what they were, but like Marvel Rivals kind of captures like what each character is supposed to be about. I thought that was kind of cool.
So, like, this game has like a lot of notoriety lately, and me personally, I don't see why. Like, it's gotten so big. I think it's like a cool game. It's just like Overwatch, in my opinion. But I guess maybe because it has Marvel characters, and like maybe because I'm streaming while doing it, and the graphics settings go pretty bad when I'm streaming when I'm playing it. That's the only time I played it, and I only played it twice, so I don't have too much of an opinion on it. I haven't gotten too much experience on it. But I did see why people liked Overwatch, and this game is pretty much like Overwatch with Marvel characters, so that's pretty cool. So maybe that's why people are liking it. I'm not sure. Other than that, also, like I said, I only played it like twice.
There's been a lot of hate on Overwatch. There's been a lot of hate on Overwatch with the late, and I think like that in tandem with the fact that it's Marvel, in tandem with the fact that they're not ugly Marvel characters, they're actually good looking. Like Tencent did a pretty good job. Like people thought like the game was gonna go bad because of Tencent, but I believe like Tencent's like, no, let's make a good game, and so they're gonna probably like try to get you on the cosmetics, but their game's good regardless. So it's also free, you know, that helps out a lot too. Yeah, Black Widow looks really good. Yeah, 100%. Same as that squirrel girl.
I'm actually surprised. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not a chubby chaser like Ninja, but I respect the game. You know, you go for that squirrel girl with all those biscuits in the oven. I'm going for Black Widow. She's got those toned legs and that built, lifted ass.
I'm actually surprised Hunter likes this game because he hates everything. Like, I'm surprised you like Dandadan, and I'm surprised you like Marvel Wild. Marvel Wild.
I hate everything.
You just hate most things.
Name one thing that I hate.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
It fucking sucks.
That's
Attack on Titan.
Overwatch, Attack on Titan. Because like at
suck.
first you did hate Marvel Rivals, and then like after a couple games you were like, this game is great or something like that.
That's just because you were looking at
Black
Widow.
I was playing as Storm first. Well, no, I was playing as Thor first. And dude, playing as Thor on that game is fucking stupid. You can't do anything. He's got no ranged attacks. He's just swinging his hammer.
He doesn't even throw the hammer?
Else, no, you have a special move. You can throw the hammer once every like 8 seconds. And I'm like, the fuck? Like everybody's shooting me from across the map and shit with bullets and lightning bolts. Captain America can throw his shield. Fucking, it's just lame.
That's like a main ability too. Like that's the main thing he would do.
Right, and then like so with Hulk, like he doesn't have any long range attacks, but he also has like an insane amount of health. Thor just doesn't. It's like there's no balance with Thor's character. So that needs to be fixed.
Dark Game says Thor is a tank. That's why. That makes sense. You probably need a DPS character, like an attack type. Like at first I was using
He
Venom.
just doesn't have enough health to be a tank. Is the thing.
First I was using Venom, and he was lasting a little bit, but I was looking for a DPS character to use, go in and attack and stuff, or shoot people from afar, cause like I couldn't figure out Venom's techniques and stuff. Like I was trying to like figure out the move where he dives underground. Like I've seen the homie Chili play and use. I seen him use it, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I kind of like skipped off of Venom after a while. Then I got Doctor Strange, and he had this shooting move that did a decent amount of damage. So that's when I started like being like, okay, I'm liking this character. And then he had like a couple other moves, like the portal he can put somewhere and put somewhere else, so you can flank people. He could levitate. And then like when I was playing with Chili on the cookout like a week, and like I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't remember. That's when Seven Ninja was giving me all these other characters to try out, like Rocket, and then DT Dub was also telling me to try out Star-Lord, yeah, Lord Star-Lord, yeah. So I was like having fun messing around with some of these characters, but like everybody in the cookout was way better than me, so I couldn't keep up.
Was getting cooked.
Yeah, I was getting cooked on the cookout.
You did best with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. So who's your favorite character? Who's your guys' favorite character?
Well, all right. I'm gonna put it like this. So I don't see him a lot. Spider-Man. Whenever a good Spider-Man's on the field, bro, listen, he's better than Genji. Bro, you're talking about an assassin. A good Spider-Man will take someone out in a moment. It's over, and then he's out of there, and you have no idea where he is. like a good Spider-Man, bro, is crazy. So, Spider-Man for me. I also like seeing Black Widow. You don't usually see a lot of bolt action sniper type characters in those kind of games, so to see that was kind of cool, especially the fact that she's not just a sniper character. She's also got like a melee ability and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Jeff got to be my favorite healer out of everything. There is the cuteness factor, but it's the simple idea that like he has an outright I'm about to end myself by ending them while ending them kind of ability, or just spitting them up. And I thought that was kind of cool, because usually a healer doesn't get an ability that's that offensive, so the idea that they could do that is kind of crazy.
That's that shark dude you talking about?
Yeah. I guess on the tank side, out of all the ones that I see, I'm gonna have to go with Venom, but Groot is a wild pick to me. Very wall focused, but really a good Groot, I believe, is gonna be really hard to beat. Just because of he kept the guy I saw when he's playing. He kept like a whole team away. They had to break his wood shield wall down, and like I think they took like maybe 10 or 20% of the point before it finally came down. So like a good Groot, the wild card.
Yeah, I agree. Those walls were really aggravating.
Dark Game says the Hulk is pretty good tank. He's a pain in the ass to kill sometimes, and I agree, because he takes forever to get out of his Hulk form, and then after he's out of his Hulk form, he's like Diva, becomes like the little human form that can run around, zip around and stuff.
Yeah, Hulk is aggravating, but he's not nearly as aggravating as Captain America. Because as long as he keeps everybody on the left side of him, like that fucking shield is just way too OP. Because it's not even just the shield. Like there's this holographicness around it that like it extends the shield, so like it covers his whole head. And if you're not shooting him from the knees down, then you're not hurting him at all. It aggravates the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's true. He is kind of a pain to deal with. I'll give you that.
I've been seeing a lot of characters. The biggest issue I see in that game right now is they need some kind of a sprint tool, some way to like a stamina sprint
That's
ability.
actually my favorite part of Black Widow. She can sprint. Like her fire rate to damage ratio is really comfortable for me. The fact that she can sprint whenever most characters can't. I don't know if she's the only one or not, but the sprinting makes up for the fact that she doesn't have a lot of health, which is expected from a sniper. But that's what I feel the most comfortable playing as her.
So yeah, like that's like the biggest con, because like I'll admit, like when I was looking at because Overwatch, it doesn't take that long to get back for the most part. I mean, if it's a push to payload situation, it's a little bit different, but for the most part, it doesn't take that long to get back. The Marvel Rivals, though, I mean, it literally takes ages to get back, even if they're using all their movement skills. Like I saw a girl or a guy playing Hella the other day. The only ability she has to move is this bird ability, and it doesn't last more than maybe 1.5 seconds. So yeah,
Right.
either they buffed
No,
the
and
base
not
movement
only that,
speed
but
or
you sit there
something else.
using you sit there using your special stuff to get to the fight, and then now you have nothing left in the tank, and then you just get killed right away. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried Spider-Man, and I have to say I absolutely hated Spider-Man. I need to know what the heck those good Spider-Mans are doing to instantly knock people out. I know the little swing zip away move, but other than that, I don't know how to use him. He let me down severely when I played him. Definitely Doctor Strange has to be my top guy right now. Rocket, I'm not sure what his little gadgets do. Like, I know he puts down 2 little machines that do something. I'm just don't know what exactly they do.
I think one of them was healing your team, or they're giving them armor. It's one of the two I saw. Now the other one,
there is one that gives. I don't know if it's Rocket, but somebody gives teammates armor. Because I've gotten armor while playing as Black Widow. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean that. I think your gun can give them armor or something too, or heal them in some form of way. I'm not 100% sure on that. I know you got a thrust, and his ultimate is probably some bigger gun, if I'm not mistaken. I've never seen a Rocket though use their ultimate that much, so I can't really tell you.
Yeah, Black Widow's ultimate is really underwhelming. I guess it just makes the gun shoot a little stronger. It's definitely not any kind of insta-kill fucking shot, which you would expect a sniper's ultimate to be, is an insta-kill, considering I get it once per 2 games, you know? But yeah, I would rather her
slow.
have it. What?
I thought it was a slow.
I don't know what the fuck it does. I've hit people with it, and I don't notice anything different than it being me looking down the scope and shooting. I have no idea what it does. It's not an ultimate, whatever it is. You know, it should be some kind of like heat-seeking rocket where like it locks on to the person. You know, something. Because whatever it is, it's not an ultimate. It's a wasted fucking move, and I stopped using it altogether.
I did like Star-Lord's ultimate, and I did like Doctor Strange ultimate. Like Star-Lord, like after a while, like I was getting my ass whooped when I was using him. The only thing that was good about him was his ultimate, because it's like auto lock on shooting for like 10-15 seconds. So I'm just sitting there like knocking everybody out before, but then like there's always like 5 of them, they see me, and then they just like all start shooting at me, so I can't survive after I get like 1 or 2 KOs. Doctor Strange's ultimate is pretty lit. Don't know what it does, but when I was using it during the cookout, like the whole other team was like, oh shit, oh no, and like I don't know what it did. I think it like stops them in place, or has like crazy gravity because they all glow purple and start moving slow or something. So that ult's good for some reason. Don't know what it does though.
He was cooking.
Storm's,
Okay.
Storm's ultimate is really good. It lights up like a pretty big area before like you actually pull the trigger, so like you know exactly where it's gonna go, and it just like rains down lightning or some shit because it does a lot of damage to like you can get multiple people in this ultimate Storm. So Storm's is really good.
So why do you guys think
I didn't
it's like? Oh, go ahead.
I didn't like using Thor's ultimate because like I don't even remember what it does, but I do remember that every time I tried to use Thor's ultimate, I wound up getting killed right before I was able to get it off. Like I said, he doesn't have enough health to be a tank.
Mm. So why do you guys think this game has gotten so much like praise and notoriety lately? Like, you know, the homie D Prince, who was on one of the podcasts before, the Senzu Talks one, like he was mainly an Overwatch streamer, and I've never really seen him stream any other games. Now he's completely switched over to Marvel Rivals, and like his thing is like it's not Marvel Rivals is not like you can like there's like a text chat in Overwatch and Marvel Rivals where you can talk and like everybody sees it in the text chat, and like his biggest thing was he can like talk shit now to the other team and completely fine, versus you'd probably get banned on Overwatch. And like even like while he's streaming, like when he was streaming Overwatch, he was like chill, kind of quiet, like when he's like streaming Overwatch. But in Marvel Rivals, he's like actively talking shit now, like while on stream, and that's what he likes about it. So why do you guys think like Marvel Rivals is becoming like pretty big in the gaming world?
Well, I guess to jump on the what you're talking about. Go ahead.
Earlier, I think it goes back to what Ninja said earlier. It's a familiar game mechanic. You know, it's similar to Overwatch, but it's also Marvel. You know, we get a lot of cool Marvel. I personally really do believe like 25% of the popularity is dedicated specifically to how hot the girls are in the game. Like I mean that. Like almost, if I see something about Marvel Rivals on the internet, it's probably someone lusting over the girls. Like when I'm scrolling through
tell me
YouTube
you've seen
and shit.
Psylocke. Tell me you've seen Psylocke.
Psylocke?
Not the original skin. Not the original skin. The good old classic. Tell me you've seen Psylocke.
Let me look her up.
Psylocke?
Oh, you talking about? I know who you're talking about. She was in X-Men.
Mm-hmm. To answer your question, Squall.
PYL.
It's like it's PSY.
Yeah, because like psychological or whatever.
To answer your question, I'm on bandwagon a little bit on what you said, Squall. I think it comes back to that idea what I said before about we got sexy characters, we got stuff like that, and it comes back to that idea that like people are hating on Overwatch. Well, a lot of censorship has happened in Overwatch. A lot of I think Cold Sauce would call it pussification, and he's probably right. Like there's too much of trying to make it so that everyone has a safe space, and what they really should be doing is just letting people, you know, because competition breeds that, and that shit talk is going to cause them to want to be better. Versus, you know, oh, I just lost the match, whatever. Everyone's scared to talk. Everyone's scared to even criticize and tell you why something went wrong, because that could be taken as offense. That could be taken in some random way. And so, and this is probably the biggest downfall of Overwatch as it is that their censorship is causing their game to get worse, and it's causing the people that are speaking the loudest are being the people that are being given the leeway to speak instead of being criticized. So there's a lot of those issues.
Exactly. I mean, it's look, I'm a fucking grown ass man. Don't tell me what I can and can't say. All right, like it doesn't make any fucking sense. And there's so much censorship every fucking where. You know, it's all over all the social medias and everything. It's aggravating. Like we're tired of it. Like we fucking, at least here in America, we have a freedom of speech. We can say what we want. So when you try to take that shit away, like get the fuck out of here, dude. Like you're not important enough. No one is important enough to tell me what I can and can't say. This is my mouth. I say what I want. It's fucking aggravating.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the points there. Like let me put it in a different perspective. Like, out of all the platforms you're on, Hunter, what are you like the most like flourishing on?
Flapper.
There's actually one more.
No censorship.
And no, like, what do you have like the most following on?
Well, I have the most following on, I want to say on TikTok, huh?
And what platform do you hate the most?
Fucking Instagram, dude. I can't fucking put a comment on anything. If I put a laughy face comment on Instagram, they gonna flag my shit for bullying.
Like I thought you were gonna say TikTok because of the censorship.
Yeah, no, I definitely hate how much the censorship on TikTok live is, because I stopped doing lives with people that I used to do lives with all the time. They still invite me. I used to get into like some of these the host would put up a prompt of like a bunch of different anime characters, and then it would be like who would win in a fight, and like I used to love arguing about it, but we kept getting in trouble because we can't curse and we can't say this and we can't say words that aren't even curse words, and it's just like, how are we supposed to argue? Like it's just aggravating. It's stupid.
Yeah,
but I
TikTok.
definitely
Oh, go ahead.
I miss like arguing with some of these fucking morons that will try to like power scale these animes in ways that just don't make any sense. They'll fucking try to put like Luffy over, like he's faster than light speed. Like, no, he's fucking not. It's just fucking dumb. It's so stupid.
So they are stronger than Goku. You're right.
Not at all. There's people all over the internet that are trying to say that Garp's galactic punch is nuke level, and I'm sitting here like, you can see the blast radius, you can see where the attack stopped. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was nuke level, like that island would be gone. I don't think people understand how big a freaking nuke is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you can see the blast radius, it's not nuke level. Like, our eyes can't see that far. The curvature of the Earth is bigger. Like, you wouldn't be able to see over the horizon of the blast radius of a freaking nuke. You know, so it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but like, so the point was like, TikTok is like your biggest platform, but it's pretty bad when it comes to censorship. It's like almost like, what's the word, like it makes you want to throw up a little bit. Like I'm on TikTok and like I've already got a 1 week ban twice. First time, I don't even know why. Like it said bullying, harassment, and I definitely don't know why. And the second time it was because I was playing Sparking Zero and I was screaming like, "You pussy ass bitch!" like a couple times. So like I got mad and they gave me a 1 week ban for that. But like, it's bad
on my birthday.
Oh yeah, I got a warning on Hunter's birthday because I was just talking shit to him, like, and I even muted him and everyone else in the voice chat, so we wouldn't get in trouble. But I still got a warning, and like I didn't get any. Like, YouTube is pretty bad when it comes to like copyright, bullying, harassment, stuff like that. But I didn't get a single like warning or anything problem.
Thing on YouTube,
yes,
on a fucking. There was no song playing or nothing.
Yes, so that's pretty
they just
bad.
made up. That's fucking stupid.
But like the point is, like the point is with TikTok, I was like talking mess, and like I got a 1 week ban. Versus like on YouTube and all these other platforms I'm on, I didn't get like a 1 week ban or anything like that. And like Overwatch is like the TikTok when it comes to like talking mess, versus like Marvel Rivals is kind of like more like Rumble or something, you know. They'll allow it, you know.
But
Well, it's getting to 6:30 p.m. my time. We're getting close to the end, so let's wrap this Marvel Rivals part up. Final thoughts, and then we can move on to the last segment.
This will kill Overwatch.
Damn, that's
Now Overwatch's
controversial.
killing Overwatch. Overwatch's gonna kill Overwatch.
Okay.
This is just gonna be the nail in the coffin.
Oh, big talk. When are we gonna
Is
see
it
you
the
start
truth?
streaming it?
Bro, when I get a better PC or PS. Speaking of PC, you have another laptop, Squall. If you have an Elgato of some kind, or like some kind of what do they call them thing? Anyway, you got some kind of Elgato. You can link your PC to that Elgato to your other PC, and that way you can stream Marvel Rivals full.
Yeah, I
that
do have
PC.
an Elgato.
So consider trying that out. What's your car is the word I was looking for.
All right, probably. I got it hooked up to my PlayStation 5. I should probably try that
Yeah.
out.
I tried that with one of my other PCs to figure out if that would work, and it did. So I was like, "Oh, I got an idea."
Nice. All right, Hunter. Final thoughts.
Final thoughts on Marvel Rivals. I mean, it's kind of hard to think while I'm playing Marvel Rivals because I'm, Black Widow's ass. But, but yeah, I mean, there's some good stuff about the game. There's Black Widow's ass. There's the balance is, once you find your character, like there's most likely a character that you're gonna like. The characters are very diverse, and so you most likely will be able to find a character that you like. Luckily for me, the character that I like playing as the most is Black Widow because she does have the best ass. But also, I kind of don't like the maps, and I definitely don't like how some of the objectives. I mean, me and Squall, most of the wins we got were just accidental. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that I was distracted by Black Widow's ass. But they don't explain enough stuff. I wish they'd explain how Black Widow got her ass to look like that.
He's
Yeah.
it's like your brain is talking right now, and he's near below.
Speaking
Oh,
of
yeah,
balance
I mean-
of the characters, how does Black Widow balance with that big ass she got?
Well, she has the gun is heavy, and it's
Oh, it balances out.
Remember, she's leaning over all the
Yeah.
time too. She's leaning
Yeah,
over
yeah.
all of the time.
Exactly, so that you can see her ass.
I hope we don't get
Love it.
canceled for that. For those little comments there.
Hey, the only ones who get canceled here is Cold Sauce. So we're
We're on my platform though. We're on my channel. Let me check YouTube Studio real quick. All right, we're good, peeps. Let's see. All right. So my final thoughts on the game. I need to give it more of a chance. I need to check it out some more, play it some more. It's just I got like a set schedule of games I play, so it's kind of hard to find time to play these games. Speaking of like the game, Mochi, Chili's wife, like hitting me up in the DMs during the middle of this podcast. I haven't responded. She's asking me to join the cookout again. The cookout is like I think it's a Saturday usually, where like they host like events for everybody to come through and play a game. So I might give it a chance. I think she said it's the 18th. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be out of town on that date. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town, so I won't be able to join. If I was free, I'd probably join it and play some more Marvel Rivals with them, and then give more of a what's it called, detailed opinion on the game, I guess, if you will. So far, the game, I can see its potential. It's just me. It just doesn't work smooth when I'm streaming, so I'm not really feeling the game too much. But if I wasn't streaming it and probably playing it off stream, I'd probably like the game a lot more. So it's a cool game. I think it has potential. I like the characters and their abilities that they have. So I like that. And like the game style, the objectives, I understand it pretty well since I played Overwatch. It used to be somewhat decent Overwatch when it first came out back on the PS4 game days. So I like the whole style, like the objectives that they got going on with it.
This is a pro.
I wasn't a pro. I was okay at
He's
it.
a pro gamer.
I was okay at it. What's it called? Hey, yeah, I didn't have too much. I didn't play it that much, so I can't give too much of an opinion. Other than I see the potential. I like the characters. I like the booties. It's got some nice fan service. It's cool. I like it. All right. Oh, and it's a free game, you know? Like, why not download it and try it out? Alrighty, peeps. Now for the final segment, the pondering segment.
Blaine, get back in here.
Bang, get back. It sounded like
The brain rot is coming.
having a stroke.
Maybe I am. I don't know, dude. I farted and it stank, so I was kind of dealing with that.
That's tough, bud. That's tough.
Alright. So, this pondering segment will be, why is anime important to you?
Wait, I go first.
So,
Started when they
yeah, we'll start with Blaine since we haven't heard Blaine in the last segment. Rightfully so, since he has no, what's the word? He doesn't have experience with the game. So, we'll start with you since we didn't hear much from you on that last segment.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I can't. This is how I remember liking anime. I was on the floor of my grandmother's room with my Nook. And for some reason, I could watch 1 to 2 episodes with just certain things on Hulu that we did not own on my Nook. And it was Naruto Shippuden. I watched the first episode of Naruto Shippuden religiously, and I just fucked with anime ever since. But I've got to the point where I'm at now to where fuck anything else. That's all I watch is different types of genre of anime. Just you have really cool fight scenes. Then you have some stuff that is like, that could teach you about friendship, like discipline. It's just not all you take in from it, but it's like all I watch now. It's just I surrounded my life by it so much to where it's like, I guess I'll feel weird if I didn't watch it. If I just switched to normal TV and didn't watch anime, it just wouldn't be me anymore.
So
That's why.
What I'm getting from it is the animation, fighting, and like it's relatable, like about the whole friendship.
Yeah, you get really good life lessons from it, like that I would not get if I tried to fucking watch Yellowstone. Like, people love Yellowstone, I'm not one of them. I don't understand it. Or the same thing with if I tried to watch some new shit that's coming off on Netflix, some reality TV show like Friends or The Big Bang Theory or fucking How I Met Your Mother. That's cool sitcoms for y'all, but like, I'ma stick and watch what I like, because like, I think I've learned more of how to be a person from this digital art that y'all like to hate on for no fuck reason when y'all won't give it a shot.
And now it's cool though, and they're like,
Hey, yeah,
"Oh, I
that's
always
right.
looked at anime."
Yeah, but I say I've always fucked with it, and like, now it's trending and it's cool and stuff like that. And I'm just like, well, y'all used to make fun of me for liking this shit. Fuck y'all. y'all day one haters, and y'all gonna stay that way.
To the state.
But next time you ask me for an anime recommendation, I'm gonna tell you Baku no Pico.
Oh god. Oh god.
Get him.
Oh god. Oh,
Get him.
No,
Get him.
Swallow.
I got PTSD from that.
I've never watched it. Thank the Lord. I just know it's bad.
No, I agree with you. That anime is bad. But other than that, another real point is I agree with you that like when you compare like American shows versus anime, like especially like as a kid and a teenager, like Like the American shows are more just like goofy, like not really like
Yeah,
I mean back in the 90s they had some real moments here or there in like the shows. But like 90% of those shows were just more goofy, like not really like they were somewhat relatable for adults, but they were not as relatable for like the younger audiences like us. Like the animes nowadays, like since we were growing up, like we can relate with like the kids, the stories, the friendships, like a lot of it.
And like another thing, I saw this video a while back. How this dude was like, "Well, like I'd rather my kid watch anime than like American Dad and Family Guy, because how you see it is," he said, and in the anime, if the father figure is there is just this big to like it's someone you're gonna look up to, and then they're always bashing, making fun of like the American animation father figure. Like they always made fun of Peter, they always made fun of Stan from American Dad. They just it's like you put those two in a room with Goku, like he wasn't the best father, but like you look up to that man because he's strong as hell.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I see it. Like yeah, like Gohan wanted to be as strong as Goku before Chi-Chi made him do studies and all that dumb stuff.
No,
like, who needs books?
That was never the thing.
Shush! I'm trying to make my statement here. Be quiet, Hunter.
Fruit, cold sauce, accepted.
All right, just how Trunks wanted to be strong as Vegeta. He was in that time chamber thingy, training along with him. Hyperbolic time chamber. I saw the stuff on TikTok. Anyhow.
No, that's a good point too. Oh god.
Like
they just I don't know. You just see this. There, it's all like comedy relief, but you could get this comedy relief versus with action and have some like, you know, life lesson to it, like understanding stuff. How like there's ones that says with friends, and then how Black Clover. I don't know if y'all watched it. It's kind of hard to get past Asta's voice, but it's like never give up, like seek your dreams, pass your limits, stuff like that. Motivation is like, if this 14-year-old kid with no magic wants to become the fucking Wizard King, fuck, I could do whatever the fuck I want to too.
I like the point you gave about the father figure in anime always being badass, like someone you look up to. Like Baki's father was like a pretty top-notch dude. What's it called?
Top-notch.
Yeah, I forget
the top-notch dude. Like the strongest. Like and then but yeah, they're always making fun of Peter. There's all it's just like, I don't know, man.
What's his name? The dude who gave Luffy his hat was a pretty cool guy.
Shanks, like they have these Shanks. Like but they're always kind of in American television. You never have that guy that kind of like yeah, he's pretty cool. I kind of want to be like him. But you can get this anime. It's like he's pretty cool. I think I can go Super Saiyan, but in reality, you shit your pants at 7 years old.
Yep.
But still,
or you go viral on the internet trying like that one little
bro.
Like this one dude.
A lot of that has to do with something about American media has this like attack on masculinity.
Yeah,
and
but like this one kid tried to go Super Saiyan to save his friends from something. He ended up almost dying, but he still saved his friends. So I guess he went Super Saiyan. I don't fucking know.
Was that kid that almost died from bee stings?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he ended up pumping so much adrenaline trying to go Super Saiyan that it just kind of pushed the bee stings out the way. Yeah.
Well, it kept him alive until he got help.
Yeah. If he'd have been watching like Dexter's Laboratory, he wouldn't have been able to live.
Yeah, like unless he was watching the original Teen Titans. If that man tried to be OG Robin from Teen Titans, different story.
Man, OG Robin from Teen Titans.
I consider that. In the anime community,
OG Robin would have plugged the wings off of every one of those bees.
Exactly. Like Robin from I consider that form of Teen Titans to be in the anime category. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says. Like, I know it's not, but I put it there.
Samurai Jack. Oh, pretty good good American anime.
Yeah. Who's also the
Who's next?
professor on Powerpuff Girls.
All right, Seven Ninja, take it
Next
away.
one?
Why is anime
Alrighty.
important to you?
It all started when I was a baby. I'm lying. But I was kind of always the outlier in any with family. I was kind of the outlier, and with friends, I ended up joining like the outcast group. I'd have people I knew in every group that were kind to me, and I was friends with them. But for the most part, I was always the outlier. And so, watching anime, was able to really bond with the group of people that I was really able to be myself with. To some degree, I would say that I could probably do it with those individual people, but if they were with a group of people, I couldn't be myself. And so anime brought me to that. But then some years down the line, I think it was like out of high school, or this was like during the start of when I started seeing a lot of the woke agenda. It was kind of in its early stages, but you could see it in the television and stuff like that. And it made me realize, like, I don't like watching a lot of this stuff. It's terrible. I'm reminded of you mentioned Yellowstone. I think it's called Riverdale. I remember seeing something like Riverdale back in the day too. And it's like, I see a lot of stuff. I might check out the DC stuff, the Marvel stuff, because they got my favorite heroes in it anyway. But with anime, it's pretty consistent. I might see a new show with a different kind of person, but guess what? It's more than likely gonna have some of the same themes I've always loved, and I don't need to worry about possible politics. At least from our side of things, possible politics that I hate to look at all the time. So it was good to see something that I could trust to always be there. And then even what was even better is that even if I didn't like one show, there was at least 1,000 other shows that I could fall in love with. So I was a big fan of that. And so seeing it, and to see it become mainstream, I guess you could almost say that like you got to gain more of. You got to become less of an outlier in my case, but it became more for me. It helped me, I guess, bond with more of my family members or the people that I knew ahead of time. It helped me bond better, and so I would say that it's connected to that. But it was always kind of my safe place for good stories, I guess.
So
Then on us cold sauce.
hold up. First of all, I want to know what the heck you were laughing so hard about over there, Hunter. What he said when I was a baby.
Yeah, it was just funny. It was like great timing and everything. He's just, well, it all started when I was a baby. That was really funny.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Like that Dr. Doofenshmirtz when I said that, I was like, gotta hit the button. I'm gonna hit the voice. I was like, whatever.
But yeah, why is anime important to me? Well, going off of what Blaine said, there's a couple of reasons, but going off of what Blaine said first, we have masculinity in anime. We have great father figures that I looked up to whenever I was growing up. A lot of my personality was shaped by Vegeta. I'm pretty sure y'all have already like figured that out, but like when it comes to cartoons, like in America, you have some good shows. You have like Teen Titans, you have Young Justice was a good one. But the whole father figure thing, I can't even think of a good father figure from an American show. Whereas anime, I mean, Whitebeard is my dad. Like that. You have Whitebeard, you have Vegeta was a great dad. You got
that guy from Castle in the Sky.
Oh yeah, yeah. You also have the boss, right? It wasn't even his dad; it was his boss at his job. You also have God, why is this escaping me right now?
Dang.
Son of a bitch! This is
Even the
piss me off.
grandpas are or cool as fuck in like, animes.
Shikamaru's dad, one of the best dads in
yeah.
anime.
He is.
Yeah, like real talk. But also one of the things that that really makes me love anime, that is it's really important to me, is anime tackles like real deep philosophical questions that other shows in general don't. Like not just American cartoons, other shows in general. Like Naruto Shippuden, okay? Madara. His plan to put everyone under a genjutsu and have them live in their own fantasy, their literal heaven, like a lot of people, the whole fandom is split because you have people saying that's the fucking right thing to do, he's a real hero, and you have no, it's taking away their freedom and free will and blah blah blah. And it's, you don't see these kind of topics really get tackled and played out and shown. Like what if someone had the power to carry out these things, you know? And like you get to see it, and you get to, you know, you get to come up with your own, like, okay, well at first like I was agreeing with that, but now that I see how it plays out and some of the consequences from it, you know, I have a different political stance on this topic. And so we really grow as people while watching anime. We grow morally versus other shows. It's just you know, action and drama and shit like that. There's a lot deeper writing in anime than any other genre in media. So that's why anime is important to me.
That's a pretty great point. It reminds me of like one of the early episodes of Hunter x Hunter. Like at the end of the episode, they're going through trials, and one of the trials, like they pose a question to the main cast, like your mom and your daughter or someone else super important are in a dangerous situation, and you can only save one. Who do you pick? Who are you gonna save? And like the way to pass this trial was to not say anything. And so they all passed by not saying anything. But afterwards, the main character Gon, he's sitting there still thinking like, but wait, who would I pick? I don't know who I would pick. It's like a great question. Like how do you like answer this question? So it's like a lot of serious stuff like that will come into play. And there was never really an answer to that, and it's more of like up to you as the viewer, like who would you pick and think about, you know? So a lot of animes will put you into these situations. It's called. Other than that,
Another great father figure was Asuma.
Oh yeah,
whoa,
it really
what happened?
was.
Clips are clipping your vibes channel.
Ah,
What I'm
shit.
saying.
So
I
for
checked
me,
both.
well, that sucks. Anyways, for me, anime is important to me because it's different, you know, like growing up, you got like Dexter's Laboratory, you got Johnny Bravo. It's just all goofy shit that's gonna make you laugh when you're a kid. And then you got like Pokemon, which is like bordering on the edge of like anime and American stuff. And then you got like Dragon Ball Z, which is the more serious. Damn, the world's in trouble here. Like, can our main characters like pull it off? And then like, so after like when you're growing up, you need, like me personally, I'm like, I need some more shit like Dragon Ball. So what do I go to? Like Adult Swim. It's got Inuyasha, you know, like, and like as like I'm growing up and like I moved around a lot. So like the first city I was in, they were all about like Pokemon, Dragon Ball, like anime stuff. And the next city I was in, they weren't really into it. Like I was like more of an outcast, but I was like, bro, I can't stop watching anime. It's what I'm into, you know. So I became more of an outcast. But you know what? I didn't care. The fighting was awesome. I did not want to revert back to like American shows. It was boring to me at this point. It was more serious. It was more cool in my opinion. And the life lessons, like you guys said, you know, like as you're growing up as a kid and a teenager, like you see like the cool little friends stuff, like and like everybody's like all lovey-dovey and stuff like that from time to time, and those are awesome. But when I was like a kid, I didn't really resonate with it so much. It was more of like the fighting, the comedy that got me hooked. But as I'm older in my 20s, you know, more serious shit happens. You lose friends. Serious situations happen where like you have falling out with people, you lose loved ones. So like these more serious situations in anime, you start to really resonate and start to see as you're older, and you're like, damn, bro, this shit's giving me chills. Like this would never give me chills when I was a kid, but like I actually see this shit. I've felt this shit before, so I understand this shit now. So now that I'm older, like it's hitting a different part of me that it didn't hit as a kid, but it's still like it's actually better now that I'm an older person, you know? Like the whole Momo part where she drops the pan on Ira and like grabs Okarum by the arms, like, yeah, like this jacket looks real nice on you. Like girls should be falling for you instead of girls falling for them, and like gives her the real cold eye. That part was really cool to me. Versus back then, like I wouldn't really care about it so much, because like now that I'm older, it's like hard to find, like I know it's hard for guys to like get girls, and it's hard for guys to get girls that will be down for them like that. So to see that as like a nerdy kid, yeah, it is hard for guys in America to get girls.
So that's what I'm saying. You can't find a good girl in America. You gotta be a passport, bro. At this point.
Exactly. So when I see something like that on TV, it's like, damn, bro, that shit is awesome, you know? Like that, like stuff like that is really getting me hooked onto anime. Like the life lessons, like so one of you guys said like the life lessons. Those parts are really awesome to me. It gets me hooked. It gets me like, I want to see more of these awesome deep moments in anime, and I can't get these awesome deep moments in like other shows, like Friends or something like that. You might get something like that. I saw one episode in Fresh Prince where it had a really deep moment, but it's more of like it got me sad for the character, not something like this is really resonating for me, you know? Like I can see myself like going through this, or I've felt this before, you know? So like anime has like a lot of these moments. Go ahead.
Was it the episode when his dad was out there?
Yes, his dad came back and left, and Will was really like pissed and went on this crazy rant, and it was really sad.
I think Will Smith actually went through that or something.
Yes,
they were. People were talking like how it felt more real.
I'm pretty sure it's a rumor.
Yeah,
like people saying that Will Smith went off script for that. I'm pretty sure it's a rumor, because if you watch it, like you see the camera angles were like ready for that. So I really don't think it was off script. I mean, it's a great moment altogether. But something that you made me realize, Squall, while you were talking, is a big difference in American media and Japanese anime. In anime, you're presented with situations and it allows you to think deeply on these topics, versus most of the time in American media, it's almost like propaganda, because it's telling you how to think. Like it plays it out in a certain way, and then there's like a lesson, and it's like it's telling you that you're supposed to think this particular way. And like not everything has such an absolute, you know. It's not like this is the right way and this is the wrong way, you know. I think that's a big difference, and you made me realize that just now.
That's true. Like in anime, like usually the villain will have like some sort of crazy moral, which kind of sounds like right, but you could it's like controversial, but it's like, you know what, that does sound better for everybody, and it'll let you think and marinate in your brain for like an episode or two until the end of the final clash between that villain and the main character. Then the main character will give his thoughts on why it's wrong, and it's like, you know, that sounds more right too, you know.
Yeah.
So unless anyone else has any final thoughts on that, I think we're good to wrap up here with plug your socials one last time.
Blaine, you got anything else to say?
No, I do not.
You're gonna have more brain rot. I understand.
Facts.
Anyway, guys, it's 7ninja7. You can find me at Game Jolt, MeWe, and Rumble. It should lead you right back to my Rumble channel at 7ninja7. Squall, make sure you repost the stream or whatever, since you got premium. I already did it. If you got premium, repost the stream, repost the podcast, so everyone can see it. Do it. And outside of that, favorite character in Marvel Rivals?
Or just Marvel
I was gonna
character.
say Spider-Man. I was gonna say Spider-Man until I saw those cakes on Squirrel Girl. So you know I gotta say it.
He likes them biscuits, yo.
All right, take it away, Cold Sauce.
All right, I'm Secret Cold Sauce. Y'all can find me on TikTok at 100 on Tick. What's couple quick shout outs. Go ahead and give my boy 7ninja7 a follow on Rumble and SquallRush. Those are two of the best Rumble accounts that you're gonna find. Another quick shout out to my boy Luigi, free Luigi.
Hashtag free 'em.
Yeah. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Vegeta for passing up Goku in Dragon Ball Daima. I think, that's exactly what should have happened.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Not a lie. It's not a lie. But and then so my favorite Marvel character, like of all time. I mean, ever since I was a little kid, dude, Wolverine has been my guy. But when I started watching the Marvel movies, I fucking fell in love with Thor. Thor was awesome. So it's one of those two, either Wolverine or Thor.
Are you staring at his pecs?
What is that?
Are you staring at his pecs? Are you listed over his abs?
Which one? They both look really good. I gotta lie. I was jealous of both of them. Never had abs. I've come close to having abs like a few times, but I never had the actual six-pack. I had a 4-pack for a little while, but
You gotta get training with Squall, man.
you gotta get dehydrated.
It's all made in the kitchen. You gotta stay in a calorie deficit, and it's not fucking worth it because I love cookies too much.
Yeah, I'm a Cajun. I cook my food tastes way too good for me to ever have a 6-pack. It's just, it can't be done. So,
Anyway,
Blaine?
I guess my turn. I'm Blade. You can follow me on Instagram at Blaine37, BLAYNE37. My favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker. I'm becoming more of a fan over Peter Parker than Spider-Man because he's get all these really good abilities and powers, but he still chooses to be a nerd and not use them for his own agenda outside of being Spider-Man. Fuck you, Hunter. If you that's about it for me. But if you ever need someone to get beat up, hit up my boy Hunter, aka Secret Cold Sauce. He'll do it. He'll probably charge you, but he'll do it.
Sometimes I just need to practice.
Yeah, so I say he might do it for free, you know. But hit up 7ninja7 and Squall. They both are really good content creators. I watch them all the time, I swear. And Secret Cold Sauce's book, it's amazing. I read it at least 4 times.
But yeah, who's your favorite character?
Hit that line. Hit that line.
Why the fuck you lying?
My favorite character is the main character.
What's his name?
Oh, yeah, what's his name?
But I don't remember. I've been drunk since the last time I read it. I speed read it. I've had too much TikTok brain rot since then.
Lay it on a Squall, or he get himself in a deeper hole.
I am SquallRush, gaming addict, anime nerd, and Dragon Ball Z fanatic. Don't you forget it. I got a linktree/SquallRush. Check it out if you want to follow my other platforms. And I got Linktree backup accounts. Don't remember what the URL is for that, but it's in the main Linktree. So check it out if you need to hit up my backup accounts. Let's see. Other than that, I can't really say what my favorite part of the podcast was. They're all pretty good parts in the segment.
Forgive me.
Let's see. My favorite Marvel character will have to be. No, Iron Man really struck a chord with me in the movies, the Avengers movies. I really fucks with him. I have yet to try him out in Marvel Rivals, so I'm gonna give him a try sometime soon. But yeah, that will be it for the Nerding Out podcast. Thank you guys for being here. Thank the panel. Thank the viewers. It was a lit one. Dandadan is fire. Check it out, peeps.
It's Pete.
Bill
Guys,
Dozer
remember to hit
says he
that
likes
follow
the
button,
whole-
that notification bell, hit that like, hit the dislike, leave a comment why, and drop that subscribe on everyone's channel, especially Cold Sauce. He has a channel at Secret Cold Sauce on Rumble. And anyway, I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah,
Bye.
and their description or their URLs are in the description on Rumble, so check them out. And we will catch you all on the next one. Peace out, guys.